Bing bong, and the New York Knicks go up 2-0 versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. And I truly don't know if the Cavaliers are going to get a game in this series. After having a 22-point lead with about 7 minutes and 20 seconds left in game one, the Cavaliers have been thoroughly outplayed over the last 5 quarters of basketball, and this was an absolute drumming. Josh Hart continues to prove that he is the very definition of a playoff riser. Jalen Brunson continues to add to his legacy. Karl Anthony Towns had his way yesterday. OG Anunoby gave us good work. This Knicks team is loaded, and y'all, this is going to be a really, really, really fast series. Y'all know what time it is. Penn, Mars, how we feeling today?
We good. Mars, we got 3 people up here. You can't do your no shot gimmick today.
Mars watched that whole game yesterday.
The pressure is on.
It's crazy. I don't think I watched a dribble of that game yesterday.
The whole game.
I don't think that. So the fact that there's only 3 of us is kind of problematic because I didn't watch the game.
He's lying. Mars.
I didn't. I was asleep. That's why I didn't show up to the members only stream. Spoiler alert. Yeah, I was asleep.
Shout out to members only stream.
Hopefully it was a good time. Hopefully the members got their money's worth.
It was.
I wasn't there because I was asleep. So yeah, I haven't watched this game. So you guys got it.
It was personally.
Man,
we were
on the members stream. Okay,
having a music off.
Thank God thank God after the game I actually watched it, because if I came up here with no notice and you hadn't watched the game and Swipe,
I'll watch the game now. I'll watch the possessions now. You guys can.
Oh man, you doing the possessions bullshit?
That's the best. That's the best you're gonna get from
the
me.
atmosphere.
I told everyone I don't care about this series. Everyone knows what's going to happen.
Big Damo.
I told everyone was going to happen. So
I know somebody who watched the game.
What up, bro? What up,
you
Damo?
You can have your little conversation.
Man, your Kawhi gimmick is really pissing me off, Mars.
Man,
I guess I'll just pull myself
on
up.
at 1 a.m. I'm good.
Well, I mean, I didn't know if you were ready back there. You were looking around like you were a lost puppy, bro. So I was trying to make sure you were good. First off, hello, Ox. Good morning, brother.
Be aware of your surroundings.
I saw you. Good morning.
What's up, y'all?
My fellow African American Damo, foundational Black American. Shout out to my dude, bro.
Yo, please do not publicly call me a FBA ever again, please.
Damo, how we living, man?
Hey, man, what a time to be alive, man. What a wonderful time of the year. Elite hoops being played. How can you not be happy right now as a basketball fan?
Damo, your mic about 4 decibels too high. I'm pretty sure.
He doesn't want to hear you talk.
Is this better? Is this better? Hello.
Fine.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. Okay.
Damo, I mean, you could be a fan of the Cavaliers or something.
You a fan of the Cavaliers?
They still make those?
Where is my glorious King Chilton Hoops?
He'll be up here.
He has a dentist appointment today. That is confirmed. I saw the doctor's appointment note.
Yeah, he said he's going to be insufferable, Mars. But the thing is, I don't think any of us care enough about like Donovan Mitchell and respectfully James Harden at this point or the Cleveland Cavaliers to be insufferable the other way if they get swept. Like, I don't think it's not going to change anything for anyone if they get swept.
Nuh-uh. No bail.
No, who's going to get it?
Changes everything for me.
No.
This is still a professional.
What does it change? What does it change for you?
Like that's crazy. That's crazy.
Oh, me personally?
You get swept. I don't care how we feel about Donovan Mitchell, bro. Like you have to play basketball. Like this is. I don't understand that statement, Swipe. But like nobody cares enough. Why would you not care enough?
I'm saying, but who's going to be the one to do it? Because it's not going to be me.
He's saying there's no agendas that need to be pushed.
Yeah, there's no anti-Cavs agendas up here.
Yeah, none of us.
It's not about agenda pushing. We all talk hoop. You know what I'm saying? It's not even about pushing agendas.
My agenda changes, like drastically changes. My agenda is really changing. If Donovan Mitchell fails to perform in these conference finals, he will be removed from the best 2 guard in the league conversation for me and will be replaced full force by Cade Cunningham. So my agenda will change.
Mitchell played fine yesterday.
Yes,
I didn't know he was still in them conversations.
So wait,
Donovan Mitchell
didn't play well last night?
For the last 3 years, it's been Ant, D Mitch, 1A, 1B, and then D Book right there. He can't perform. He's definitively he's down. He's below Book for me.
He just sent Cade home.
He did what?
Huh?
He sent Cade home.
He did have a good game 7.
He had a good game. That's fine. Did Cade have a bad
that
game?
one game is carrying a lot of that sense.
Cade wasn't good in game 7. Cade was.
No,
that's
one
fine.
on
That's
the
fine.
Really.
Great
No one was
playoffs.
good in game 7.
And that don't matter. I think Cade's better than D. Mitch. Like
Me too.
that playoff series didn't make
I
Donovan
agree,
Mitchell
bro.
better. Like, yeah, so Cade's better. And I'm going back full force on my Cade's on a point guard agenda. So he's a shooting guard to me, chat. I don't care what he's listed as. Since he was a rookie, I've been telling people he's not a point guard. I'm going back on that. I kind of gave him some grace
because it's like the point guard position.
I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care,
So,
Ox. I don't care. It's a
we-
positionless league, and he's in the wrong position.
Do we get to do this? We get to do this with everybody. Then I'm entering a name into the best shooting guard conversations that y'all not ready for. Victor Wembanyama. I'm there.
Ox has been
Let's
there.
do it.
Ox has been
Let's
there.
do
for
it.
You're late.
3 years.
Clearly,
I'm late. My bad.
shooting
My
guard.
bad. There you go. There you go. Victor Wembanyama comparison. Tracy McGrady. There you go.
Has there ever been a series where a team goes up 2-0 and we don't come up the next day saying it's over?
We knew it was over, so I guess so.
I knew that the
sure.
Knicks were going to walk through the series.
Was it
so.
when the Cavs went down 2-0 to Detroit? Was we not saying it's over?
I wasn't saying it was over.
Yeah,
People were saying it was over.
When
I
the
think I
Raptors
was,
went
yeah.
down 2-0 to the Cavs, was we not saying it's over?
Well, to be fair, most of us up here picked Cavs
I
in both of
wasn't
those
saying it
series,
was
though.
over.
Like most of us did.
Yeah, I picked against them in both of those series.
Oh well, yeah. Then you've lost twice on that. This is going to be a clean sweep.
I did.
think.
I did not pick the. Cavs
And I
to
picked
beat
I picked the
Detroit.
Cavs in this series, so I'm about to be over 3.
Wait a second.
That's
this is
insane.
I picked Orlando, and then I picked Orlando to beat the Cavs. But then since Orlando lost, I was like, okay, well, Detroit's going to beat the Cavs.
Mm.
So
I don't think this is going to be necessarily a clean sweep, dude.
yeah,
May
I-
not
It shouldn't be.
Oh, they
It
might
shouldn't be.
get a pity game. Is that what it's gonna be? They might get a pity.
I don't think they're going to get a pity game. I think this is going to go 6.
What
Oh,
advantage?
2 pity games. Nice.
Yeah, I guess in this series so far, I'm not seeing an advantage because the interior advantage isn't there because Cat and Mitchell is a problem. And then obviously, like even just having OG Anunoby down there is a problem. The bench for the New York Knicks is a problem because they have shooters coming off the bench and the best rebounder maybe in basketball on a per minute basis. Jalen Brunson can prove that I can outplay anybody you have on the other side of the floor. Mikal Bridges is hooping in this playoffs. His defense has been great. He's scoring super well right now. He's confident. And then on top of that, bro, like you got Josh Hart, like 26 points, 7 assists, 2 steals, 4 rebounds, and it doesn't really underscore how good he was yesterday. They just have so many utility players as well. And again, that's what I'm saying, Penn. I really
Just
tried to
screaming for them to get him off the court in the first 5 minutes.
You said what?
I was ready to pull a plug on the Josh Hart experiment.
Oh, yeah.
Mike Brown, a better
It's-
man than me.
Please don't call it an experiment. I'm tired of this Josh Hart disrespect, Josh Hart hate, whatever it is
What
y'all
about
got for Josh Hart.
It's not
an
hate.
experiment.
Jay, what's good,
Josh
man?
Hart is an absolute hooper. He's a baller. He
is.
also he's a professional. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
To understand that you needed not to play in that fourth quarter, let Landry Shamet take care of business, and then come back and be ready to play basketball and do what you got to do. That's a real hooper right there. It's not like how Chill talks about sometimes with guys. Oh, I'm afraid to lose them. You don't got to worry about losing hoopers. You don't got to worry about losing Josh Harts. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not going to happen. He
Who
wants
else
to
is
play
a true
basketball.
hooper?
There's
OG?
a bunch of them. I mean, there's a
OG, Mikal
yeah, of
too.
course. There's a bunch of them. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think
Like,
Mitchell Robinson.
I think maybe a better
Yeah,
question is who's not a
absolutely.
true hooper by your definition.
Who?
shit, I don't know. I'm not here to call guys out like that. I'm just here to defend Josh Hart right now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
This is just about Josh Hart. I'm not in any trying to get negative, trying to get nasty like that. Josh, I'm just talking about Josh Hart as a baller. Like I've heard crazy things about Josh Hart for years, and he's done nothing but
Yep.
play great
He
basketball.
can't play
for years.
defense. He's
You
a
know what I'm
negative
saying?
shooter.
So I'm not understanding it.
Frank saying Austin Reeves. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, you could be a true hooper. You could still like cost your team a game. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying even hoopers have bad games. Like anybody will have a bad game. That's why I don't trip off guys missing shots sometimes, missing layups, having a bad quarter. That's not a big deal to me. That's how basketball is supposed to be. But being prepared to play the next day, having a bad game like in defense of Donovan Mitchell, having a bad game 6 and then coming through game 7, because if you guys tapped in on Chill with Chills, Chill was like, I'm out on Donovan Mitchell after game 6 against Detroit. He was like, this is, I'm like, Chill. I can guarantee you Donovan Mitchell's gonna have a good game 7. He came game 7 and balled out. That's what you need in basketball. You can't, you know. So back to Josh Hart though. He's one of them guys that I love to watch play basketball because he's not a Kyrie Irving, aesthetically pleasing, dribble, tween, all that type of shit, but he still gets the job done. Right.
Do you agree with the
Cam
decision to
Boozer.
leave him
I'm sorry.
open like this much?
Absolutely, Cam.
Like they're daring him to. They're giving him 4 yards of real estate.
They gotta do something, Penn. Like I don't think that was a terrible
Close the
game plan,
distance. Like he's still a basketball player.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Close
He
it
did the
out.
same thing to
Close it
Philly
out.
in Game 4. He made 4 or 5 threes.
Everyone did that to Philly. Everyone did that.
But
to
Josh
Philly.
Hart specifically.
You guys made like
Except
15
for
threes
Derek
in the
White.
first quarter, so that
Except
game
for
was
Derek
ridiculous.
White.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the
Except for Derek
analytics
White,
thing.
weak ass.
If there's somebody you want to kill you and you want to shoot the ball, I mean, I guess for them is let Josh Hart shoot the ball. That's just what they're gonna do.
Yep.
Hey, Dama, what did Josh Hart say about analytics and drunk light poles and shit?
Hey man, I'm with Josh Hart. We don't care
I
about no
feel the same
analytics.
way.
I
Analytics.
You know what? Let me not say I don't care about analytics because I really do. But it's just like anything else when it comes to this sport. You gotta take it with like, I don't want to say a grain of salt, but you gotta take it with context. You gotta take it with the belief that people still gotta play basketball. Like analytics are fine, the numbers are cool. People still gotta play basketball. I don't know.
Yeah,
You
he
know,
said
the thing
directly,
about it is, I think
they're a lamppost to a drunk person, Knox. You can lean on them, but it won't get you home.
And and then at the end of that, he said that that's not his quote. He got that from one of the best college coaches of all time, and Mr. Jay Wright. You know, so gotta. But Damo, I think analytics are should be used more to analyze basketball as opposed to play basketball.
So be more descriptive than prescriptive.
Well, we can't play basketball based on analytics. I think that's ridiculous.
Well, I think it's you know, I think it's very much a, you know, you gotta find a way to walk the line because, you know, for instance, like front offices use analytics all the time and like pre-draft stuff just on like, you know, I remember Calvin Booth Penn, you know, what he did is he put together like the last 10 NBA champions and he assorted them by like arm length. And basically, like, he started drafting his profile based on, like, these are the things that it takes to win. That's where you get Peyton Watsons and Christian Browns and Julian Strothers, who 6'6", 6'7", 6'8" players that are super long. And so the idea is that, like, defensively, they can hold up more, but also offensively, you can use length a lot more. And so I think some of this is like, you're always going to have, like, some form of analytics that's baked into how you're processing, how you're building your team. But to your point, Josh Hart definitely exists outside that purview. Because remember, Mark, we talk about this all the time. That 76er series from 2 years ago. Josh Hart was going crazy, shooting 50% from 3. 16 rebounds a game or whatever else it was. Mm-hmm. I love Josh Hart. I think Josh Hart's a good defender. I know we had conversations up here. You don't necessarily hold that opinion because of, you know, he's not like great in isolation or one-on-one or whatever. But I just think there's nothing he doesn't. For me, there's nothing he doesn't do well. He's not elite at any one thing, but he may be rebounding for a forward. But there's nothing you're looking at him and saying, we're suffering because he's out here consistently. I think Josh Hart is like one of those kind of players for me.
Yeah, from time to time, he can hurt you. I think just like any other player, from time to time, he can be out there and it's like, all right, Josh, like we got to get you out. Just like in game 1, you know, when they put Landry Shamet in there, and I think that's okay. I think that's perfectly fine. That's why you have a roster of 12 to 15, whatever the roster is. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you need that. Jay, can we get to the nitty gritty though, bro? Can we please stop beating around the bush with this? And can we please everybody? Not everybody, but Jay, me and you. This is what we gonna do. Me and you, Jay. Let's get that shoebox money. Let's get that rent money. Let's get them car notes. Let's get that money together. And let's go ahead and put that on the 2026 NBA champions, the New York Knickerbockers.
Ooh, it's on there already. I already got it on there.
Let's go ahead and do that because the Knicks are going to pummel the Spurs if they play them, and it'll be a good one against OKC.
It'll
be a good one against OKC.
OKC, if you ask me, than the Spurs.
Oh, really? I got it another way around.
They're just not playing their best basketball right now.
We got to. I would make sure the man of the hour. Hello, Chill. Hello, brother.
So to clarify to what Ox said, when he said that when we talked about the show last Saturday, I said that I was out on Donovan Mitchell. Yes, I did say that. He isn't as good as I think he is. That's what I still think that he's a fantastic player. I still think he's one of the better 2 guards in the game. But after that game 6, which was a pivotal point in his career as one of the better players in the game, to stamp and show everybody why I am this. He did not do it. And the inconsistencies of Donovan Mitchell at that particular moment made me look at him and say, maybe he isn't as good as I think he is. I still think he's fantastic, but maybe he isn't as good as I think he is. And that's where I was at with him. And with this Knicks series, to your point, Mars, and you are absolutely correct, after the Cavs went up 2-0, I didn't think Toronto was winning the game in that series. I said that. I'm on record saying that. After Detroit went up 2-0 on Cleveland, all I heard was Cleveland in 4. I mean, all I heard was Detroit in 4. That's all I heard. That's not something that all the Knicks did was what they were supposed to do. And to your point, Swiper, there's a reason why there's a reason why Josh Hart didn't play. I mean, he's shooting under 25 ball line in the playoffs. That's what's going on with him. And to Ox's point, when he talks about analytics, okay, analytics are the scouting report. That's what it is. We scout this guy based on this. Like, this is where he shoots. This is where he's good. This is where he's not good. This is where he's the most effective at. So that's part of it. That's not all of it. I'm not going to argue that point, Ox. That's not all of it, but it's definitely part of it. This guy wants to SGA is awesome at the left elbow. That's where he wants to go. And we find that out in analytics. I don't know. I'm just throwing pins the statistician up here. Maybe 8 times a game, this is where he is. That's where he's the most effective. And they scout that. They recognize that sort of stuff.
They were scouting that shit in the 80s. Tim Grover was counting Michael Jordan's steps. That's not analytics, right? Like, we have a buzzword for analytics. Like, I think we need to box analytics into, like, okay, win shares, box plus minus, EPM. That's one thing, okay? A guy's percentages going left is a completely separate topic. Points per possession in isolation is a separate topic. If I know you're not a good isolation player, if I know you're not good going left, if I know you're not good in the paint, me scouting that shouldn't be branded as analytics. It should be common sense.
Yeah, I don't.
It would be common sense if we were.
But those are all analytics.
I mean,
they're not, I think he's saying they're not all the same, though.
But they aren't. They all get grouped together, which I think is wrong. But they are all analytics.
Sure.
Tracking data is analytics. RAPM and EPM, they're also analytics.
Right.
Most people, I'm speaking for Ox here, so correct me if I'm wrong. Most people have no issue if you want to track someone's efficiency going left, going right, so you know someone's strengths and weaknesses and have it pinpointed to actual numbers as opposed to just eye test. It just helps. It helps give a foundation to something you can work. You can see if someone's bad going right, but if you have a number for it, it just helps quantify that. But you can already see it. What people like Ox, correct me if I'm wrong, have an issue with is these all-in-one metrics that will tell you a player is good because they have a +7 RAPM. That's what people have an issue with, not tracking data telling you, oh, this guy's a bad drop defender because he allows the XX. Like those things have their context, and you can apply context to them, and they can tell you good information. But all-in-one metrics trying to tell you who's good and who's bad, that's where I think it loses a lot of people. And they're all analytics, but those are the analytics that I think people have an issue with.
That's exactly how I feel.
Yeah, this is not me specifically saying this is like why Ox feels this way, but I've talked to a lot of people who hate analytics. And obviously, you know, I did study statistics. So here's what I'll say. I think there's 2 reasons why a lot of people hate analytics. And I'm not talking about anybody up on stage before anybody starts accusing me of putting thoughts in their head. But the 2 reasons that I believe that people always hate analytics. Number 1 is foundational knowledge built on foundational knowledge. So nobody in this world ever became an accountant. No one ever became an accountant before first learning 2 + 2. So everything you know builds on things you know. And the truth is, numbers have gotten a lot more complicated as we have gone further. And honestly, every single time I see somebody on stage trying to, you know, earn a stage in basketball, talking about basketball, earning money talking about basketball, they're talking about these numbers that sound a lot more complicated than what we were talking about in the 90s. And frankly, they look a lot like me. So I can understand why people hate it. Number 2,
like when I heard really quickly, Penn, like when I heard a guy tell me that the San Antonio Spurs with Tim Duncan on the floor are worse defensively because 46% of the time he's on the floor defensively, he's been a negative, like stuff like that. Is that what I'm understanding?
Right. Because that. And then the other thing is numbers recontextualize memories that are already banked in our brains, right? I already have an idea of who Michael Jordan was. So you got a number telling me he's worse than what I remember. That makes me defensive about protecting my reality, right? So like there's an idea that I have about basketball. Mid-range shot is a good shot. I grew up with that. Chill, you grew up with that. I think a lot of us grew up thinking mid-range shots are good shots for the right players.
Analytically, it's the worst shot in basketball. Analytically,
right,
it's the worst shot in basketball.
But you know what's crazy? I'll argue right now that's no longer true.
No,
that's not even true anymore.
No, it's not true.
But it depends on who's taking it.
It was never true. It was never true. Getting closer to the goal is always easier. Is always better.
Well, long twos were the big discussion, like the Kevin Garnett twos from back in the day. But the SGA Kobe, no, that's just if you're elite,
just shoot open shots. I don't care where you are.
Right. But like we all watched Kobe Bryant and thought he was amazing, right? And we remember the moment of celebrating those big moments, and then somebody comes in and says, by the way, he was like the 38th best player in the 2000s based on XY number. That is annoying to some people.
I mean, I feel like it's pretty simple. People don't mind basic analytics. They just hate advanced analytics because they don't know them.
What are basic analytics?
Basic field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, things are super simple. The things people point to when they go on Basketball Reference and look up a player. That short sample size of things, maybe the percentages of people, like the percentage you shoot 16 to 30 feet compared to 18 to whatever, maybe that a little bit with people. But the common casual that's talking basketball, once you start bringing up what's deemed advanced analytics, they check out. They check out because
do you think it should be that way, Damo?
Personally,
how would you personally like?
No. Personally, I believe if you're talking to a casual about basketball, keep it within that frame. What's the point of bringing advanced analytics if they don't understand the language? That's stupid.
Why do you got to bring up analytics anyway, though?
Because
it depends on who you're talking to.
I mean, it depends on who you're talking to and what the conversation. No, and it also depends on the conversation.
I don't know a single conversation where RAPM would be relevant.
Well, that's different.
Talking to you, man.
But that would be advanced analytics. But there are some.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't
know a singular conversation where that would be relevant.
But there are some people who are having conversations where they will use it. They will find a need to use it. And I personally think we got to get back into gatekeeping basketball conversations. That's just my thing. If you're a person that can speak the lange, why are you speaking to people that can't speak the language? What's the point of having a conversation?
Damo, wouldn't you
Well,
say
you
that?
can educate people, Damo.
Stop trying to educate people. Educate people that want to be educated. No.
Right.
Hear me out.
Educate
People that want to be educated. The problem is, it be people that know these things, and I'm gonna use these two up top, Mars and Penn, for example. They will go into a conversation with anybody and have basketball conversations. But once they start hearing things they don't like or don't agree with, the language is going to come out to justify because that's what they speak, and they're going to try to break it down. Then you're going to realize you're talking to a Neanderthal that's just going to hit you with, but he shot 56% from the field, man. I don't know. That's when you check out. That's where the gate comes down. Gatekeep. I shouldn't be talking to this person.
I also, Damo, I think it's a lot of the opposite too. I think a lot of times with people nowadays that are getting into basketball talk, they are learning this language, and that's how you have to talk to them. I think some of these advanced conversations, advanced analytics, are for some now, like for incoming basketball fans that don't really understand. They only know that language now because they can't just have basic basketball talk because you have to have some basic knowledge about basketball to have that type of conversation. And the big I think a big issue too with these metrics is, and me and Penn, we went back and forth about this pretty much all last season about a lot of the formulas are just too flawed for me personally. A lot of the formulas are too flawed. A lot of the stuff is just made up, and that's a big issue I have with it.
But you're right. Some stats are made up, and here's the thing: or when you p-test, or when you are, there's a confirmation. There's a confirmation bias within statistical modeling. Where let's just say I come up with an analytic. I want to present my analytic to the whole world, right? But it just so happens that my analytic shows that Nikola Jokic is the best defender in the NBA. Well, no one's going to take that seriously. So I have to tweak the formula, tweak it until Wemby comes out on top.
Or you should just leave that shit alone. Like if nobody believes you,
I mean, okay, but here's
no, you can't do that either though.
Like when I was,
I was swiping any formula that tells you that Nikola Jokic is the best defender in the NBA or top 50 defenders in the NBA.
Trash
you don't need that shit.
Hold on, Mark.
I'm sorry if I'm a Neanderthal.
But we've had this conversation numerous times. I think some of this though, Ox and Drench, the reason why me and Drench are on the complete opposite spectrum of this, he wants to ban it. You call it junk ball and all that nonsense. I'm saying in this instance, like junk ball and nonsense, what I'm saying, not you're saying, junk ball and nonsense. Some of this is like when you talk to coaches, like for instance, or people in the front office, they use second spectrum and synergy all the time. Like they have
to do what though?
They have millions of dollars that are built into an infrastructure with their analytics department, which they're going into the draft process saying, well, hey, these are the metrics, these are the things that we value on our team about what players do. We're going to build our roster with the composite of this is what we require. Now, to your point, though, if you do that too much, then that's how you could miss. For me, that's how Andrew Nembhard slides in the draft. Out of the first round to the second round to 31 overall. That didn't make any sense.
I think he failed because he
was older.
No, he was, but he was also like good enough to be a first round pick. Is what I'm saying.
No, he's small.
But even he's not small. He's not Andrew. No, Ryan. That's Ryan. That's Ryan.
No,
that's Ryan. There's Ryan and Andrew.
Andrew is like 6'2".
Andrew's not small. No, bro, he's not small.
Like
no. Ryan is the one.
I don't think he's 6'2".
No, he's not
like 6'2", 6'3".
He got long arms.
Well, and then, but even with Peyton Watson, like Peyton Watson was one of those players that like he doesn't have it.
He's
he's not.
Peyton Watson fell because he averaged like 3 points per game.
Yeah, he averaged like 3 points a game. I know, but the reason he went, the first ever player to be drafted in the first round, averaging 3 points a game ever, is because you look at the profile and it's like, well, damn, like these are typically surely can't miss prospects you draft in the first round, and it ended up working. I'm saying Drench, in some instance, wouldn't well, I don't know if you agree. Analytics is always going to be a part of the conversation because that's how they talk amongst each other about what we're doing and how we're sourcing our information. But to your point, if you're over relying on it,
hold on. Let's back up. When you mean that's how they talk, who is they?
A lot front offices and coaches. Yeah, for sure.
I don't think they talk like that. I don't know what front office and coaches you talk to. They don't know if they talk like that as far as like.
Well, the Thunder do for sure. The Nuggets do for sure.
I think we looking at it as far as like just because they look at analytics like that's the end all be all. I think they use
that's why.
But hold on, let me finish though. They use it as like they use it as like notes, but they're not drafting the player based off of like. Analytics, like, oh well, he doesn't fit our analytics, so we're not taking this guy. It's like
they do that.
This happens all the time.
Yes, they do that
in all sports.
I'm saying,
you're a football fan. It literally just happened to Ruben Bain. Ruben Bain just fell to 15 because of his arms.
But that's measurements. I'm talking about like analytics part of the game.
Analytics. But analytics is looking at the profile pass rushers over the last 30 years.
Hold on,
and they have an arm length below a certain threshold that don't turn out to be good prospects.
Hold on, but I'm not talking about those type of analytics. We moving on to football. I'm talking about basketball. I'm talking about in the basketball sense, as far as the advanced analytics when it comes down to shots and per 100 possessions and shit like that and all of that. And all of that. That's the conversation we was talking about as far as like having
NBA
those
front offices make decisions based on those numbers. Absolutely.
They
make decisions based on ratios. Bro, hold on. First of all, whenever we start out a conversation,
most of them don't. Most of them don't.
How do you quantify that? You'd have to literally get every single front office into a room and ask them and poll them. And frankly, based on how people have drafted, yes, they absolutely do. Because there are players who consistently fall in the draft, and I can look up all the numbers that you're looking at or they're looking at and say, okay, well, this player rose because they were high in this number, and this player fell because they were low in this number. I mean, if you want to talk numbers and analytics and ratios, wingspan is a ratio. Wingspan to height.
I mean,
Desmond Bain fell because he had short arms. Let's just be honest.
We're talking about, but what they're not talking about a multitude of reasons though. And he didn't. And Desmond, hold on. And Desmond Bain didn't necessarily fail. He climbed up. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. He failed. He climbed up the draft board. So you wrong on that one. I was literally at the damn draft spot when I watched him work out, and when he went there, I was literally there. He climbed up the motherfucker.
Drench, you don't think that a team is looking at a player and recognizing how good he is at shooting the ball at the right break as opposed to the left break? You don't think teams are doing that?
No, not as far as me drafting you. Like, I'm gonna draft this guy because he shoot good on the right break.
Reed Shepard went 3 overall directly because of shooting.
No, Reed Shepard went 3 overall.
Shooting, skill rate.
No,
he went 3 overall for a multitude of things. I know he shot good on the right break.
But even to the point though, Reed Shepard.
No, it don't. That don't have nothing to do with. How do you know,
bro? Well, how do any of us know? That's the case.
Yeah, obviously. Not because he shot good on the right break. It's no way.
He shot 43% in college from 3 on high volume.
What does that have to do with shooting on the right break?
I'm talking about
they measure shot time all over. Why would that not be? Go ahead,
oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
Chill got it. Chill got it, Damo. Chill got it, Damo.
When a team is evaluating a guy, Drench, what are they looking at in your estimation?
The first thing they're gonna look at is their measurements. That's number one. They're gonna look at how they're gonna look at how tall they are. They're gonna look at how well somebody moves. Everybody's gonna look at that. I'm not saying that measurements is not a part of analytics. I'm talking about specifically the conversation that we were talking about as far as basketball. When it comes to advanced analytics and when it comes to shit like Chill talking about
one by one.
Hold on, Pin, because hold on,
Pin. Keep going, Drench.
Because we talking about like what Chill talking about as far as this player shoots 35% on the right break. So I'm not gonna draft him because he shoot 35% on the right break, and we need our guys to shoot 42. It's no fucking way they doing that.
Yeah,
it's no way. No, they do not.
Can I please interject? Because this is
you're going to tell me because I know.
Go ahead.
Hold on.
And I'm pretty sure I know more about this than you do. By the way,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Damo, go ahead.
Real quick, please, because we are having two different.
Yeah, I do know. I know more than you.
Y'all arguing. All right, cool. Let Damo get it off.
That's a fact, Damo. We are. Yes, we
Listen,
are.
Damo.
Drench is correct. Majority of teams may not use this language or draft based off of that. It could be a minority. That it does not matter the quantity of teams doing this. It truly doesn't matter for the sake of the conversation. The issue we're having here is that Swiper was entering the conversation on what teams are doing just based off analytics in general, and Drench, I guess, came into the conversation assuming we were talking about specific analytics that we were talking about before Swiper went on his spiel. Please, for the love of God, can we just stay on track? Can we just stay in the lane?
That's what I was trying to do. That's exactly what I was trying to do. That's why I said we don't need to move into the football. Let's just talk about the advanced talk.
So Drench.
It's just sports in general.
If anything, I do agree. I do agree with slightly with what you're saying, but for the most part, I'm with Swiper. In terms of just analytics in general, a lot of more teams than you would think are drafting using analytics or metrics more times than not. That's really what he's saying. Now, specifically below the break or what my new one.
Okay, right. So let's all right. So let's put it in perspective on what analytics are we talking about that they may use. I'm not talking about the measurements because, like I said, I agree. I agree with the measurements. Yes, I'm saying
yes.
Yeah, and I'm saying I agree with that. That's what I've been saying. I agree with that. But I'm talking about as far as basketball analytics, as far as like on the court, like those
pull
type
up efficiency. Do they care? Points per 100 possessions.
Drench, to be fair, I think that Darius Acuff, one of the reasons he's going as high as he is with his measurements is because of how good of a shooter he is. And
pull
like
up,
that matters to them.
Yeah, he averaged 20 points a game.
Because when you
but it's not. But Drench, you are not. You know, there's a difference between being a highly effective pull up or off the dribble shooter, period, at the guard. And then you doing that at a super efficient level, especially the way A-Cup does it, as opposed to somebody else. So, Drench, you would even be more inclined to look at Darius A-Cuff, which is why you made a video about him. You would be more inclined to look at Darius A-Cuff and say, like, man, like, this might be a top 5, top 6 player in the draft.
I think analytics might work against Darius A-Cuff, to be honest with you. But
they could have. But then remember when the news came out,
still gonna go probably top 5.
But remember the stuff came out about his height, Drench, when we realized, he's actually like a 6'2" without shoes. That's perfectly fine.
I would just say
he measured 6'2".
Yeah, he measured 6'2", but 6'3" with shoes.
Okay, great. With a 6'7" wingspan.
Yeah, that's
but
a big
hold
deal.
up. If he measured at a 6'3" wingspan, you don't think that would have hurt his draft stock?
Why are you bringing that up? I just said 10 times
I'm
already
asking.
That we agree on.
Man, everything's not an attack on you. I'm not talking to you.
Though?
I'm gonna talk to somebody else. Okay?
For what though?
Somebody else. I literally want to, bro.
Pen, really quick.
We just quantified the conversation with measurements. We just did that.
No. Hold on. Because legitimately, like, you're not going to tell me. You're not going to tell me that rice is purple when I've been eating white rice my whole life. Okay, pick and roll efficiency per 100 possessions matters. Okay, as a guard, for front offices, if I know that you produce very low efficiency in pick and rolls, then I'm reading your reads. Now, obviously, I'm watching too, but I gotta back that up with the numbers as well. I gotta look at the numbers. Your pull-up efficiency matters for a lead guard. Of course, it matters. It matters way more for a lead guard than it matters for a big, than it matters for a wing, because and it matters even more if you're small than if you're large. If you're a 6'6" guy, maybe I can do with that. If you don't have a downhill attack, your paint efficiency matters. If you are a guard, a smallish guard, and you shoot 40% at the rim, yeah, I'm docking you for that. But 40% at the rim or per possession data is an analytic by your broad definition of analytics. Now, broad one metric analytics, they matter in terms of growth charts. If I see a player, I don't know, as a freshman, as a starter playing 32 minutes at Kansas, if that player had an 8.2, EPM or 8.5 BPM or whatever, and that number has stayed static for 4 straight years, even though you are getting bigger, you are getting stronger, that is showing me that you are not growing as much as I would like you to. Now, I'm going to obviously contextualize that with, did your role change? Did your teammates change? Did your conference change, et cetera, et cetera? I'm also going to factor in, how did you do against stronger competition? When your schedule tightened up, your 5 toughest games, did you shit the bed in all of them? All these numbers are factored in by front offices, and I don't know why you're trying to tell people that they're not, because I talk to front offices every single year, and they do care. Now, I don't talk to every front office, so I'm not going to make a broad brush statement about what this team does and what that team does, but I guarantee you Toronto does. I guarantee
what part of the numbers did I say that don't matter, by the way? What part of the numbers did I say don't matter?
Advanced analytics.
Well, no, he said the shooting.
No, I didn't. Right. First of all,
no, he didn't.
No, I did not say that.
Y'all gotta listen and stop.
Y'all don't listen. That's my point. I did not say that.
He said teams don't draft someone because they shoot 35% on the right break instead of 42%. That's what he said.
And I just want to stay in that pocket because Jesus Christ, this is starting to piss me off. Jordan, I will just say this: more teams than you think. People drafting between 15 to 25. They definitely will consider what someone shoots below the break, any specific minute type of analytic or whatever statistics you want to use, they will consider that with taking a prospect. For the simple fact, they're not necessarily taking the best available at that point. It's going to be about need. So if I need a guard to play next to my competitive, if I need a 2 guard or a 3-and-D guy to play next to my competitive guard that's on ball, I need to have a guy that shoots X, Y, and Z in these spots, because I've had 2 guys here that shot below 30%. And these are the shots that end up open most of the times. So let me get a rookie that shoots 35 or more here instead of these guys that can't shoot that. So I will take this guy because of that. Something as simple as that.
I don't know if more teams, I maybe a couple of teams, but like
teams drafting for fit instead of need. Fit instead of like best available.
But I'm saying, as far as like when it comes down to fit and stuff, like I agree with some of the things that y'all saying. Like obviously, like I've been saying, they use some of this stuff as like notes and research. Like, yeah, it's like if I'm looking at a player and I say, oh shit, he shoot 40% from right break, from left at the top. Oh shit, cool. All right, I'm gonna pay attention to him. Now when I go do my research and I pay attention to him and I see how is he getting that shot? How is he getting that shot? Like what is the factors into how he getting that shot? How does he handle the ball? I'm no longer going to think about, oh, well, he shoot 40% from the right break and my team shoots 22%, so I need him. That's not how that works. It's like, nah, I'm getting this guy out of here because this is not like, yeah, it's something to get my attention. It's not something for me to like to stay long term. Like that's all I was saying. And that's why I said when Chill was saying, well, they look at guys that shoot this such on this side of the break. That's why I said, no, it's not really like that. Because, for example, I give you Swiper gave up one. Peyton Watson. It's no way you looked at any of his analytics in college and said, yeah, he's shooting this from the break and the motherfucker averaged 3 points. Zach LaVine was one of them too. Zach LaVine averaged like 6 or 7 points.
He was drafted, and I have definitive proof of that.
He was drafted based off of potential and based off of what he could be because of his measurables.
It's because his measurables.
But some people will consider measurables as analytics. Some people will say that. Some bench.
Like with Carter.
Zach LaVine was the same way.
Carter Bryant averaged 6 points per game at Arizona last year. Okay, that dude is great, and I mean, I think he's going to be he's a great prospect. But you had to study his high school film, and yeah, in his high school film, you do see a lot more shooting efficiency. You do see a lot more creation ability. You got to go back.
Like, you think they look at your high school film?
Yep.
Of course. What?
Depending on the guy. Depending on the guy. Yeah.
Are you rolling your eyes at that? You think
I would assume they would look
everything. Yeah, everything.
Hold on.
For sure.
It depends on what situation you're at.
Wait, chill. Mike isn't powerful. Go ahead, chill.
Just one question. As young as the league is, Drench, and the way that these guys come in the league, why wouldn't they look at your high school film?
I mean, yeah, they would look at your high school film as far as like if you were in a like if you're in a strange situation, but I'm talking about as far as Carter Bryant. Like,
what does that mean? Strange situation. What does that mean?
What the fuck are we talking about?
Like, I'll give you an example. I'm talking about like as far as like Carter Bryant. Like, no matter how he shot the ball in high school, the measurements is different in the NBA. Like, even in college, like some guys shoot really good in college, but then when they get to the NBA, the line is a lot longer. So it's totally different. Like, that's why they do pre-draft workouts, because they got to get used to.
How did who?
Because they went. Because
how
they.
All
right. Okay. Because hold on.
Get drafted.
All right. But I'll go with Shaedon Sharpe. I can tell you how Shaedon Sharpe got drafted. They went to his college. They watched him work out, and they said, "This motherfucker can play." They watched him bust everybody ass, and they said he can play. He also is. Yes, that is exactly what they did with him, and he's also 6'7". He's also 6'7" with crazy bounce. He got all the measurables that you need. That's part of the reason why he got drafted. Well, let's just stick to the topic, though, when I'm talking about as far as shooting for Carter Bryant. It's no way they looked at his high school and said, "Oh, shit, you were shooting it." Well, there's no way that they looked at his high school and said, shit.
I asked.
All right, but hold on, let me finish. There's no way they looked at his high school when he was shooting and said, "Oh shit, you can shoot it in college," but high school, but for some reason you struggled to shoot it like that in college.
No,
and
he
in
shot
the NBA,
it really well in college.
It's a little bit harder for you to shoot.
He didn't have enough opportunity.
When
the Toronto Raptors drafted Scotty Barnes, they were able to reference his U14 USA performance. They were able to reference his EYBL shit with the Knight Riders. There's no way in hell that you are a billion-dollar organization. You have access to these to all this tape and access on synergy. Every scout in the world is looking at this, but somehow these NBA teams are like, "No, I'm too good to go back and watch Carter Bryant at 16." Bro, I watched Carter Bryant at 16.
First of all, I didn't say that. Bro, why do you you want to argue just to get your point across, bro?
No, that's you.
I did not say that.
What you saying to me? That's you.
Mars, my question to you.
I ain't gonna say nothing to your bitch ass for the rest of the show, bro. Shut the fuck up.
The question that I was going to ask you, Mars,
it don't need to.
Do, bro.
But Jordan, chill. Ask his question.
Bro.
But hold on, but chill. But Jordan, you did say, but you did say you don't.
No, I didn't say that.
No, let me finish it.
Bitch ass, because you can't control your temper.
You did say why would they look at their high school? Why would they look at their high school tape, Jordan? I think, but I said, but I was talking about, I was referencing, if you listen to what else I said, I was referencing to the fact of when we're talking about shooting, I'm talking about shooting. Sure.
Yes, I didn't say that. Obviously, you're going to do your research. I've been saying, I said this 6 times already. I said, of course, they're going to use all of these things as information and notes. I don't know why y'all keep like exploiting it. I said that 10 times already. I'm just going off of how a guy's shot can shoot really well in high school, and then when they get to college, if it dips, and then when they get to an NBA workout, it dips again. They're not going to factor in he shot it really well in high school because the 3-point line is so short. It's almost irrelevant. A 3-pointer in high school is a midi in the NBA.
Nobody.
So it's almost irrelevant. That's all I was saying.
Nobody said
what were you
you were great in high school, you struggled in college, and they're looking back and justifying you being terrible in college by you being amazing in high school. Nobody said that. What I said was, for players like Peyton Watson and Carter Bryant, who didn't get a lot of minutes in college, of course, there's going to be a lot of reliance on a different role structure that they had in high school where they were playing 35 minutes a game. But you wanted to argue, so you wanted to hear something else, and you wanted to hear
what did I argue then? So what did I argue then?
Well, Carter Bryant wasn't a bad shooter at Arizona. He didn't shoot bad in workouts.
So you don't even know what I argued in.
Of course I heard what you said.
Because I know that.
That's great. You guys disagree. Let's cool.
Yeah, Chill. What were you saying, Chill?
Mars, I recognize.
I'm gonna take a time out.
Am I still hot? Am I still hot?
We can't see you, but we can hear you.
We can hear you though.
Mellow over a basketball game. Come on,
he's
man.
Cooked. All right, KG. With that, shout out. This is going to be an action-packed episode. We can already feel it, but you know what? Thank you, Josh Hart, for giving us the content and the quality material. But y'all know what time it is. Shout out to Splash Sports, y'all. The NBA is heating up. The playoffs are right around the corner, and now it's your chance to get in on the action. Quick picks on Splash Sport. It's the DFS game that you've been waiting for. This isn't you versus some algorithm or the sports book. It's you versus other fans. Real competition, real skill. The playing field is completely level, which means you get bigger payouts, more ways to win. Just your picks against theirs. Now, y'all, as you saw that great performance yesterday versus the New York Knicks with the Cleveland Cavaliers, y'all, that was a great game. I don't know how we did. We're going to have to follow up here in a little bit. OG Anunoby, I think I might have had 20.5 or more. I don't know. I think he got like 19.5, so it might have missed on that one. But look, tonight's going to be a great game. We got the Spurs versus the Thunder, and this is going to be an absolute war. So remember, y'all, quick picks on Splash Sports. It's the only DFS game where you're playing against other players, not the house. Now, what does that mean? You don't need a perfect entry to cash. Just get more picks right than your opponent, and you're walking away with money. One wrong call doesn't kill you. Splash has the highest multipliers in DFS, up to 50-time multiplier and 6-leg entries. Why would you play anywhere else? You're essentially leaving money on the table anytime you play the other guy's app. So if you're ready to compete, use code CHOICE on Splash Sports and get a free $50 deposit when you play your first $5. That's right, $50 when you play your first $5. Link is in the description. Let's see what you're made of. Y'all, action-packed episode so far, y'all. So we have tonight, the San Antonio Spurs taking on, I think, a very, very motivated OKC team. OKC obviously won game 2. We're going to have, I think, a fireworks show today. Dylan Harper and De'Aaron Fox are both questionable today to play. So we'll see what ends up happening with them in this game. But I think this is going to be a terrific game, y'all. Let me actually go pull this up real quick so we can see what exactly it is we're going to be looking at, since Ox is minding his business over there. All right, got this. There we go. All right, y'all. So tonight, Victor Wembanyama, 43.5 points, rebounds, and assists, 26.5 points. We got Caruso, who's been maybe the best Thunder in the series so far, 16.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Shea, 42.5 points, rebounds, assists. Y'all, how we feeling about today?
Where's Chet?
Oh, gosh. Chet Holmgren, 23.5 points, rebounds, and assists.
Pick. Hey, close your eyes and just pick a less. Don't matter. Just pick one.
Less than 13.5 points.
Why not?
All right. Going less, 13.5 points. What else we want? Who got next? Who we looking at? Shea, Hart, Caruso, Wemby, Keldon Johnson.
Take Shea more points.
Shea, more points?
Mm-hmm. Shea probably get 40 tonight, by the way.
30.5?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll take them more on that, Swiper.
I think Shea gonna get 40 tonight.
What's Castle's line? With
turnovers?
Turnovers?
Yeah. No,
they're not gonna put that on there. I guarantee you no turnovers on there.
So we got 26.5 points and assists, which actually feels kind of safe.
Mm-hmm.
24.5 points in rebounds, and then you got they don't have individual points up here, but they got points, rebounds, and assists. 32
points and assists is money.
Points
18.5 points is at the top.
There it is. Up there. Sorry. Yeah.
Points
So
and assists
18.5 points. All right, cool.
Go to Wemby. Why are we playing these games?
43.5 points, rebounds, and assists for Wemby. 29.5 points and assists. 26.5 points.
They don't got points and rebounds?
They got points and rebound is at 39.5.
Yeah, go ahead and take that money.
2020 game.
For my future go. Easy. Light work tonight. He might go for 45.
Future GOAT. Damn, so you saying he's not good enough yet?
Oh, he can't be the GOAT. He's already the GOAT. He's not the GOAT yet. You got to have accolades to be the GOAT.
Anybody else want something in here?
Take that less on Caruso. Take that less on Caruso.
On what?
16.5.
16.5 points, rebounds, assists?
Yeah, I'm taking that less on that. On the
Oh.
road?
We kick Penn to keep this guy around, I guess.
That's fair on the road, though.
You think Caruso care about nothing?
I think every player cares
Role player.
Caruso don't care about nothing
at home.
He's a role player.
He ain't a role player. The best player on the team.
Oh man,
role player. Yeah.
Can we kick this guy Mars, please? Can we just kick his ass?
All right, we got Chet Holmgren, less than 13.5 points. We got more Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, 13.5 points. Stephon Castle, 26.5 points and assists more. Victor Wembanyama, 39.5 points and rebounds more. And Alex Caruso, points, rebounds, and assists at 16.5 less. So this is going to be interesting. Curious to see how it shakes out, y'all. I'm excited. Can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun.
When I'm right, you know I'm a victory lap for sure.
Well, we've been having somebody else up here said they're going to be doing some victory lapping, and I don't know if they're going to be doing that anytime soon. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll definitely see.
I don't know who that's reference to. So
Chill. Remember, Chill said that he gonna victory lap on Cleveland, and Cleveland might get swept. So
he sure did. He laughed me off the panel when I said Knicks are gonna walk to the finals. Nigga could not stop laughing when I said that. Just FYI.
He just hitched his bandwagon. I think to the wrong team. Yeah, I'm sure Mars.
Are they gonna win 4 straight, Mars?
That's what they gotta do now. They down 2-0. So yeah.
I respect Dennis Schroeder making a post after every game, though.
What do you say?
0-2, just like he posted the other day. 0-1. He
And
does it after every game, though. He did it against the
32.
Raptors too. He did it against the Raptors too.
Yeah, they gone down 0-2 every series, right?
Yeah.
No, they went up 2-0 against the Raptors. They went up 2-0.
Oh, they went 0-2.
Every series they've been in has had a 2-0 start every series.
Yeah. Did you see, Mars? This is the first time since the 2018 Western Conference Finals that it's not 2-0 one way in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, since Rockets Warriors. Yeah,
that's crazy.
2019, the Portland sweep. 2020, the Nuggets won Game 3, right? With
shoot, they might have won a 3-0, bro. I can't remember. No.
It was game.
Damo, remember, because they cheated. They cheated, Damo. They got 36 free throws that very next game because they were complaining in the press conference. I remember that nonsense, Damo. That's exactly what happened.
So the Lakers went up 2-0 in 21.
Yep.
In 20, sorry. In 21, it was
Suns and
Clippers.
Yep. Right? And then Kawhi was hurt. Yeah,
Kawhi got hurt. Kawhi was hurt.
Yeah.
And then 22 was Warriors Mavs. I think
that was a horrible series. It was a five game series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then 23 Nuggets.
Lakers got that get back swept.
Yeah, that was a sweep. And then 24 was Wolves Mavs.
That was 5. That was a 5-game series.
2-0 Mavericks, and then
last year it was Thunder and Wolves.
Last year was OKC Wolves 2-0
5-game series
as well. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a good series, man. I can't wait, y'all. All right, y'all. Get some of these crunch time super chats, y'all. Tupac Westside 474. Shout out to Tupac, very active on Twitter. Happy Friday, fellas. Josh Hart really balled out last night. Cavs are in trouble. Also, wouldn't it be cool if Rondo got an assistant coaching job in LA? I think he'd be great for helping our youth development.
He assisted.
Who's your youth?
Head coach.
I might say what LA?
Jake LaRavia.
This has to be
a Lakers fan. He's a
Laker fan.
Who's the youth?
Luka and Reeves are in their 20s. And then Bronny is like 22.
James.
Man, you fucking crazy.
The Bronny development.
Bronny James is 22.
We calling Luka and Reeves the youth?
Bronny James, the LeBron DNA being guided by Rondo.
But if you were born before the year 2000, you don't get to claim youth. I'm sorry.
Damn, Mars.
What?
You don't get to claim youth. I'm sorry.
27 ain't young?
Respect.
Not the youth.
Not in the NBA.
No, not NBA standards. No,
that's not youth.
You're in your
the
prime.
Only youth the Lakers have is maybe Bronny and a Duke era.
Respect a Duke
I'm not even giving you
Hey, Luka 26? So technically 2000 he was born, right? Or 99?
No, Luka is born in
99.
99. Yeah, too old. I'm good. So no.
What about Jake LaRavia?
Really, 2000 is pushing. Like for me, youth is like
you got to be born in 2008, huh?
Shit, damn near go down.
That's fucking crazy.
We got players in the Drench. Think about how dumb this is, Drench. We got players in the league right now that are coming in next year. I don't know G.G. Jackson is, man. You can probably remind me what year he was born. It might have been like 2004.
That motherfucker like 19 right now. He been like his third year.
If you were born before Bron's debut, you're not youth. That's
2003.
If you were born before Bron's debut, you're not youth in the NBA. You're just a player. You're not youth.
G.G. Jackson.
That's crazy.
Well, how old is he?
G.G. Jackson was 2004, December 17th. So he counts as
still a child.
That's crazy.
This is going to be his third year.
He only like his 4th year in the NBA, right?
Yeah,
He's going into year 4. He was
when
he got
drafted.
Jalen Duren was 19.
17. I thought he was 17 when he got drafted. It was 18.
No, you have to be 18 when you got drafted.
Be drafted when you're 17.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you have to.
Well, Kobe was 17 when he was drafted. Debut, didn't he?
Yes.
No, I know that was years ago, different era. But
so was Jermaine.
No, he was 17 when he got
too.
drafted. He was 17 when he got drafted. He was 18 when he made his debut.
Same like Lou Will. I think Lou Will was the same way too. 17 and then 18.
I mean, back when it was high school, it was different.
How old was Lou Will when he got them 2 girlfriends, Jordan?
He was like late 20s.
Late 20s.
When he was with the Raptors.
Legally speaking, I don't think you can be 17 before you play a game in the NBA. I don't think that's just logistically. I don't think that's.
I think you gotta
well, technically, now, Dama, you watch football, right?
Yes.
There was a player, a defensive tackle that graduated from college. Somebody remember at 19 and was 19 years old, like 20 years ago. The Brady Quinn draft. He was 19 years old and he played in the NFL at 19 at D tackle. Somebody
that's
in the chat
crazy.
knows exactly what I'm talking about.
He the youngest player ever.
That gotta be because that's crazy, bro. 19 playing against grown ass men.
Yeah, most NFL players come in at like 20.
They're like 23. Yeah.
Somebody in the chat that has a better memory than I do remember. It was a Brady Quinn draft with
Brady Quinn was trash as fuck too.
No, it wasn't Kenny Clark. It wasn't Kenny Clark, bro. It was an African dude like Human Yora. It wasn't Human Yora though.
Oh well, now Jordan.
No, hush, Mark. I know.
Was he actually 19?
Oh yeah, for sure.
But no,
Human Euro was dope though. I used to like Human Euro.
He played for the Giants. Okoye? No, it wasn't Okoye, was it? Anyway. But yeah, bro, LA youth movement.
They
don't have a youth movement. Yeah,
if they get paid, if they trade for Peyton Watson, so they get off, some other stuff maybe.
Well, now because we got so much money coming off the books, we can find some youth.
And that money is re-upping to stay for another year plus player option.
For 50 million too. I mean, for 60 million. My bad.
We got so much money coming off the books. We can go find some young guys for Rondo to mentor. Pause.
Let's see, Amobi Okoye. He was Jordan. I legitimately think so. He got drafted at 19 and then played at 20, which was just insane.
Really
I remember that story.
Amobi Okoye was really like 20.
Shout out to Cowboy Bob, $10 super chat. Giving Hart 41% 3-point shooter from 3-11 looks. Okay. Brunson definitely plays 3 minutes and 20 seconds in the second, 9 minutes and 28 in the fourth. Brunson and Cat both dropped double. I'm not talking because I'm talking because Knicks showing who they are. Go New York, go.
Talk to him, Bob.
This is why analytics
really good defense. Knicks been playing some really, really good defense.
The Knicks have been a great defensive team since what, like January? Like top 5, I think.
They turned it around second half of the season.
When old boy got back, when Mitchell got available, they became an elite defense. And
but see, my thing is like this is why the Knicks is so dangerous. Like I've been saying this since like I think probably March. When they fucking got Cat and he's serious, bro, that motherfucker's a walking mismatch, a walking nightmare when he's serious, bro. Like that's the key to the whole thing because it's literally 5 out if Mitchell ain't on the floor. And Cat can make damn near every play. He can shoot it. He can take you off the bounce. He can rebound it well. And then Jalen Brunson been doing everything he's supposed to do at that point guard position. I doubted JB running that point guard, but it seems like this year he's just a lot more mature playing that position. I didn't like his shit last year because that bobblehead shit he was doing was pissing me off. But like now, Jalen Brunson looked like a legit real point guard. First, I had my doubts about him actually, playing.
Okay, but Drench, can you and your massive amounts of power that you have with these videos you do, that all these NBA players and coaches be glazing,
I got some Mo glaze coming through.
You got some Mo glaze. All right, whatever. I'm gonna hit on that glaze and see if we can boost up. Can you please protect Becky Hammond? Because they're gonna come up for the Woolworks if they win.
Nah. Of course, that's Knicks fans be fucking with me.
For what? She was correct up to that point.
That's just Knicks fans. That's just Knicks fans, bro. Like,
Jay, you better not let show fans do that. Becky was right up to that point.
I mean, they had to get Cat.
It's wrong now. That's the matter, right?
I mean, no, she technically not wrong. I mean,
she's still right.
She kind of wrong, but it is what it is. But I will say
you're right or wrong, Drench.
Yeah, she kind of wrong. Shit, but JB, bro, him not shooting the ball well last night and still having a masterclass performance. That shit was amazing, bro. He really supposed to have like 18 assists last night. I saw some shit. I'm like, the couple ones to Mitchell Robinson wasn't ready for that motherfucker. I know one for sure he wasn't ready for. Couple doozies that happened. He really supposed to have like 18 last night, but it's a masterclass, bro.
They comfortably look better, Drench. Like comfort.
And they're healthy, Swiper. They healthier than every team in the playoffs now.
That is true.
Like they healthy. Like that's what I would be afraid of if the Knicks came out the East. Like if OG can make it out, because if I'm the Knicks, I'm sitting OG for the
rest of the series. You ain't gotta be here.
That nigga,
you ain't gotta be here.
If they can come out with OG healthy, because OG been kind of moving, kind of weird looking a little bit. If they can come out with him healthy and everybody else banged up, shit, Knicks in 6. That's all I'm gonna say.
If Dub's not there for that Thunder series, though,
I don't think Dub gonna be there, bro.
Then it might get a little interesting, bro. I'm not gonna hold you, dog.
I don't think Dub gonna be there
because but you know what, Damo, I thought the same thing last year. I thought they were gonna walk by the Pacers, But Damo, you know this. Momentum is everything. Right now, the Knicks got crazy momentum going into this All-Star and going into this finals today when they get by this team that shouldn't be here.
Please don't disrespect me like that. I don't know anything. All I know is the Halliburton was real last year, and this is not that. So I'm not worried about anything.
They got.
This sounds great.
The Brun band. Good. The Brun band is here.
What?
The Brun band is here. He's
the Brunson burner. The Brunson burner.
The Brunson
burner. Who are you, Bill Nye? Look, man. Look. All I know is. Shout out to New York. Shout out to the Knicks fans. Shout out to y'all. As the basketball fan that I am, it really does bring me joy watching y'all have the greatest moment of y'all sports lives with y'all team.
Stop right there.
This is great. This is great for y'all. Wait.
Why the backhanded compliments, Damo?
Stop right there.
What was backhanded about that compliment?
Because you know what you're doing.
You sound like a Lakers fan.
That's cool.
I sound spoiled. That's why I do sound spoiled.
You sound like a fucking hater. That's what you sound like.
I don't sound like a hater. Wait. There's only two type of Knicks fans I know. The old ones that ain't seen nothing great since they were my age, and the young ones that are too young to have seen anything great, so y'all haven't witnessed nothing but mellow on your team. Look, like I said, shout out to y'all for having what is the greatest moment of your Knicks sports lives. That's dope for y'all. I am happy for you. That's it. Y'all proved me wrong. I didn't think y'all would be here, and look at y'all. Y'all are easily going to the finals. Shout out to y'all.
This is my problem.
Hey, we going to New York in June or July.
Damo, the ugly girl in the group who not getting no play for the niggas in the club, right? And all her friends is out there partying, getting numbers and shit, getting taken home, and she's still at the club trying to get a free drink. And now you fucking miserable trying to ruin everybody else's night while we having a good fucking time.
Now I gotta be ugly. Now.
He kind of cooked you, Damo.
We kind of cooked you, Damo. You saying something. I gotta be ugly now because I'm saying congratulations.
He kind of cooked you, Damo. I'm not gonna hold you.
Wait. Jay, you talking about Damo? So Damo's the one that's talking about. She doesn't want to talk to you. Leave her alone.
The fridge.
He said, "I'm the fridge for taking the snacks." No,
okay.
That's never me.
That's you.
So let me get this right. If I come up here and hate on the Knicks, I'm wrong. If I come up here and give Knicks fans kudos because y'all are playing great,
compliments.
It's not a backhanded
You're not saying, best offense in the playoffs right now, top 3 defense in the playoffs, the whole playoff. None of that, right? You didn't say none of that.
Because I don't believe it.
Well, how you don't? I don't believe it. How many more games? It's only but so many more games for us to play.
I don't believe it.
All right, bro.
It sounds cool.
Jay, what is a knickerbocker anyway? What is a knickerbocker?
Cool. Those is pants, ain't they?
Yeah, they're pants.
Oh, I had no idea what the fuck that was.
Yeah. Hey, Jay and Mars, y'all know who Bill Nye is?
A team named after pants, and I'm supposed to believe
Irons guy.
Of course,
ass. That's why.
Yeah, at least you know his name, Mars. You ain't gotta think like you don't know. Jay, ain't you 29, Jay?
I'm 25. I'll be 26 in a couple weeks.
Damn, Swipey, you Asian niggas?
Bro, Mars is not 23. I saw his ID at the hotel clerk. He is 30. Bro, he's 30.
It's crazy. It's not a people's personal business, man.
He is 30.
If he say he 15, he 15. Leave him be.
He is correct, though. I'm not 23. I don't turn 23 till next week.
Lying. Stop listening to him. Anyway, bro. Shout out to Bill Nye. I used to meet Ox. We're the same age. And Penn. I don't know how old you were when his show started rolling on PBS. I used to love watching that show.
Well, I've actually never watched Bill Nye at home. I only watched Bill Nye at school.
Yeah,
they brought out the monitor with the wheels.
Yeah.
Wait.
That nigga's fooled us. That nigga not no scientist. That nigga just be on drugs for real. But I'm just saying.
Hold on. We're not gonna speed past that.
A lot of scientists be on drugs.
You were watching Bill Nye the Science Guy at home?
Yeah, of course. It's PBS.
Ain't nothing wrong with
Arthur came on. Arthur came on PBS. Bill Nye came on PBS.
I actually didn't even know Bill Nye came on TV until this very minute. I thought it was just video.
I know he came on TV, but I didn't have time to watch that shit.
Bro, I dead ass thought they made those for school, bro.
No wonder you don't like analytics then, Ox, because I was watching all this time.
Wait.
Pinky in the Brain.
Hold on.
Pinky in the Brain was coming on WB at that point.
in the Brain.
Animaniacs and their side project they was doing.
And that wasn't even on.
Never seen Pinky in the Brain, Jordan?
Those weren't on
PBS.
Y'all let Swiper do this thing where he just be saying shit and y'all just accept it. That's not the same channel. That was WB where you could watch Pinky in the Brain and Animaniacs. Of course, you watch that. But that's not science, and it's not the same channel.
Yes, it was science. Magic School Bus wasn't science.
No.
What does Magic School Bus got to do with Pinky in the Brain? Those are not
Magic
the same
School Bus
thing.
at home.
They did science projects.
Yes. I was watching Magic School Bus at home for sure. I was definitely watching Magic School. Look. Hold on, Swiper. Mute your mic, Swiper. Mute your mic.
My daughter watched Magic School Bus.
I want to be clear about this. I was absolutely watching Magic School Bus at home, but that's not Animaniacs and Pinky in the Brain. He tries to associate things that are not associated. Magic School Bus was actually teaching people shit. Pinky in the Brain was just two goofy ass rats. And Animaniacs.
Wait a minute. What about Carmen Sandiego? What about Carmen Sandiego?
Yeah,
okay, but you can't just keep yelling. You can't just keep naming shit and trying to make that seem like those go together. Like, first of all, Bill Nye, I thought Bill Nye was just videos made to watch at school. But Magic School Bus, I was definitely watching that at the house though, for sure.
I was watching Pinky at the house. I don't know about Pinky in the Brain.
Jordan, bro, ban him, bro.
I'm trying to figure out though, like, but you got
to figure it out. She's a legend, nigga.
But Ox, you also did like. You did like some of those other shows, right? Like Carmen
Sandiego and Bobby's World. Those came on in the morning before school.
That wasn't a weekend show. That was an everyday show.
I think no. Carmen San. I don't know. It probably did come on the weekend, but Carmen Sandiego and Bobby's World. Those came on at like 7 a.m., 6:30, like before.
Wait
school.
a minute, Ox.
I was getting dressed with that on.
We didn't watch Dexter's Laboratory.
And that was the next one. Dexter's Laboratory was an after school. Dexter's Laboratory was an after school show though, and that came on around with Johnny Bravo and stuff like that. And so, but Dexter's Laboratory is not. That's not science, Swiper. Dexter's Laboratory was not science, bro. You can't.
Yes, it was.
It was definitely science. It was definitely science.
Okay, no, it was science, but you wasn't learning.
That where you got your personality
Dexter's
from?
Laboratory.
Johnny Bravo.
No, you
I'm about to say. Wait, can I ask y'all a question?
Crazy as a motherfucker. I skipped that part, Toes.
When was the last time y'all seen Johnny Bravo? Like, when was the last time you actually sat down and watched?
It was on YouTube.
How did you feel about it?
It was funny. Remember they turned into a woman.
I felt about it then. I'm not one of these new sensitive woke motherfuckers, Damo. That shit is still funny.
No, but
Johnny
Damo,
Bravo is still funny. Hey, Pepe Le Pew is still funny. And all that shit is still funny.
But Damo, they had the episode available where they turned him into a woman, and then he was walking down the street getting whistled at, and then he was like afterwards, like, "Wow, like this is what it's like every time y'all whistle on a woman." And then that show was funny.
Of course, that's the last episode you seen.
That's the last one I saw.
Of course,
Johnny Bravo was snatching them up.
Literally, and that's the problem.
Maybe I just didn't understand Johnny Bravo. Maybe I just didn't understand Johnny Bravo at the time. That nigga looked like goddamn Kenny Atkinson ass now, boy. That motherfucker Kenny Atkinson do that Johnny Bravo ass.
I didn't understand it either. I thought what he was doing was that's how you got the women. Now as an adult, that is a PR nightmare, boy. Hey,
you can still do that. You can still do that.
You can't.
Just be gotta be in the right places, man. It's all good.
There you go.
I watch shows with little fistfuls though. Little fistfuls is my shit.
Fistful of 50s, Damo.
No, not even like that. I'm saying if you know the right people, you could get away with that. You know what I'm saying?
Now it just depends on what you look like. If
that's
ugly niggas don't get away with nothing.
Damo, you a big nigga. Damo, you can get away with that.
Yeah, you 6'4".
First of all.
Oh, my bad.
No. Yeah. One, I don't get away with anything because I'm in a happily committed relationship with my fiance.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't devolve in any debauchery, anything like that.
Swiper, you got them shoulders real big. You can walk up and snap.
Hell no. They gonna call the police on Swipe.
First off, Drench, you ain't never. Every time we go out, you last in line. You in the back. We passing hand-me-downs back to Drench. So you shut up and you stay back there. That's all I'm saying. God. We go through it's going through the pick.
Nigga, pull me.
Shut up.
You telling them lies on me, nigga. You know if you hang around me long enough, you gonna see a shorty come up to me. I don't even gotta go up to them a lot of times. They just come up to me. It just is what it is. Come on, Swiper. You've been in the field with me before. You know what time it is.
In the field is crazy.
They be catcalling me. Remember we was in where we was at? Was in Frisco. I'm walking down the street. Them girls catcalling me. Hey. I'm like, God damn, boy, I can't go nowhere. I can't go nowhere. I
don't know nothing about that, bro. I know San Francisco was a time though. King's ransom 444
time, boy.
$10. Chill. I was willing to give you the benefit of the doubt on D Mitch, but I'm sorry, this MF cannot be the number one on championship. He's literally not good enough. Like Brunson clears some Cavs need to blow it up. I will say, dude, I think Brunson is. If I had to pick one in the playoffs, I'm definitely taking Brunson. Maybe team matters too. Brunson's just a way better playmaker than he is, though. And honestly, dribbler, like a ball handler, too, personally.
Roster construction is so serious when it comes to us analyzing NBA basketball players. That's all I'm going to say.
Yep.
I agree.
Yeah, man. Shout out, man. Next up, y'all. $10 super chat. King Sean Black. $10. Y'all having a useless convo about decimals and who penciled Washington High School. Cut it out. Josh Hart had a career game. The Knicks were dominated way to the finals. We went in the chip, y'all.
That's a fact.
That man likes white women, by the way.
What?
Shout out Black.
Hard.
That's a milkman.
What's wrong
I'm
with
talking
that?
about Black. I'm talking about Black. Shout out Black, man. My guy.
Who the hell is Black?
We love all women, Dama.
Word.
No, he only likes white women.
Oh, okay, that's
that
crazy.
boy be
No,
like,
that's
my
crazy.
milk of magnesia.
Yeah, he's one of them. He's actually one of them.
Magnesia.
He's actually one of them.
That nigga said, hey, fool, why you talking all that shit about white men and go fuck white women? That's a hell of a movie. That's my favorite movie ever, bro.
Will this be the most toxic finals win in the last
ever.
2 decades if the Knicks win? Like,
Oh, my Lord. I might
the
go
fan
to
base
see
is
it.
going to be like,
I just want to see it.
I don't.
I want to see New York burn itself alive because they won a championship. I want to see
For
it.
sure. I got the bunker ready. I'm ready.
So the
to go.
Liberty one, they were pretty controlled, but the last time a men's team won, the Giants won in 2011. The San Francisco, the San Francisco Giants, did they win? No, San Francisco Giants. The Giants won. San Francisco, New York Giants won in 2011. That's right. That's timeline matching up. The Jets haven't won anything. The Mets haven't won in I don't know how long. The Yankees didn't. When's the last time the Yankees won?
2009.
Damn.
Not
I
too
haven't
much
won
on the
anything.
Yankees, bro. Not too much on the
Shout out to the Yankees. I'm going to turn my hat to the side. Shout out to the Yankees.
Of course, he's going to rip that
The
shit
Astros is
now.
ass right. The Astros are so fucking
Ass
bad right now.
Astros.
It is what it is. We didn't won enough, so shit. Give
You
that
cheated
nigga
to
some
win.
chances.
Cheated to win.
We
Crazy.
going after that. Well, no, we going after that though.
You cheated that time too. Every time
we
y'all
didn't
win, y'all
cheat
cheated.
shit.
What
We
about
won the
hockey?
World
What
Series
about
on a
hockey?
roll.
Y'all want any hockey?
No, we ain't got shit in hockey. Are you talking about New York? We don't even got no hockey
Yeah.
team in Houston.
I don't think so.
No. The
We
Rangers
done won
ain't
everything in
that.
every sport in Colorado.
We don't give a
thankfully.
shit about Colorado.
Well, you'll never know. You have
The
won everything
Rockies
in your
won.
life.
The Rockies won.
The Rockies
Rockies
suck at
ain't
baseball.
win
No,
shit.
they went
Yeah,
to
you ain't won everything then, nigga.
we don't count the Rockies though, bro. They've been.
Oh, okay.
Nobody
okay.
can stand that franchise. Bro.
Y'all don't, but we do. What are you talking?
You don't
Denver-
ever think about the Rockies except for the colors. This
Denver
is
won in
not true. That is
2015.
not
Yeah, but you can't say we've won every sport except the one we don't count because we don't win.
True.
That doesn't make sense.
That's
Sure.
crazy. That's what I said. Hey, Swiper, boy, you a politician, boy. I swear. One thing I know about Swiper,
I don't
know how to
but Chris,
bullshit.
you don't understand how far removed my brain is from that. My whole life, they have been in the garbage except for 1 year when they went to the World Series and 22 straight wins in 2007. They haven't done anything, and then they got walked by the Boston Red
I remember
Sox.
2007. I watched every baseball was my love, so I watched fucking baseball like more than basketball when I was like a real small kid, like in early 2000s. I watched every game in the Astros. You know how many games they play? I never missed a game. Lance Berkman, Craig Biggio.
Analytic-y, right? That's what happened.
Mm.
Analytic.
Nah. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why I started hating it. I didn't even start hating it. We moved. Like we moved from one place that had a baseball team, and then we moved to the other side of town, like from where I'm now from, like the northeast side of Houston. The motherfuckers, you had to pay for baseball. My mama wasn't paying for that shit. So shit, I quit watching it. I went to where the shit was free at. I know how to hoop.
Are you a Blue Jays fan, Penn? Or a Yankees fan?
No.
Never been baseball
Nah,
fan?
Penn just got into baseball this last World Series, right, Penn?
I did.
That was
Baseball
that was
cool, though.
interesting. Yeah, I
It
like
is
watching
cool.
baseball.
I do like that. I do like they got the pitch clock. I do like they got the pitch clock now. That pitch clock make the game so much easier.
I could not watch that shit when it was fucking half an hour, one inning. I was like, yo,
bro, the pitch clock is the best fucking shit that you could put in.
I don't like that because I like to go to the games. I like to be at the bed. I like to be at the ballpark for 3 hours. I like to
shit.
You was at the ballpark
Get you a couple of glizzies, get a drink, get some popcorn or something like that.
You at the ballpark, you got
to have a hot dog at the game.
No, you don't.
I get about 2 of them things.
You have to have a hot dog.
I'm getting a foot long if I can, bro. If I'm going to a game, I'm absolutely getting a foot long, 100%. They got pizza. By the way, the Brave Stadium over here, Ox. Matter of fact, Ox, when you want to come to Atlanta,
I'm not eating no glizzies with you in Atlanta. All right?
No, that's cool. That's You ain't got to do that. You ain't got to do that. Yalmar, what's up? You know, Yalmar don't want to be part of the conversation
meet me
at all.
in LA. We go to a Dodgers game. Meet me in New York. We go to
whoa. You've never been to Atlanta. Come to Atlanta, though. Brave Stadium is like that.
Braves is nice right now, too.
Matter of fact, they're the best record in baseball.
They're the best team in baseball. Best team. Bullpen. The bats is on fire right now.
Damo, would you pull up in Atlanta this summer?
So what? Eat hot dogs with you?
No, bro. Pizza, burger, whatever you want. Italian food. You know, this is Atlanta, bro. We got
First of all. Why do you think you can entice me with food? Why is food what you entice me with?
I love food.
But why do you think I love food, though?
Because you also love food. You talk about food. I've listened to your streams. I've literally heard you for years. You talk about food. You and your other brother. It's the three. You and your long lost brother over there. Omar. That's you. Both of y'all. Both of y'all love food. I seen all y'all little streams.
Bro.
Y'all talk about food. Shut up. Stop it.
You could have got me down there with just a good time, twin. You my guy. We go back. Yo, Damo, you would come to Atlanta, we can come kick it. That's enough for me. You start bringing pizza, wings, fatback. You're like, whoa, what you naming this stuff for?
What the fuck is fatback?
It's never mind. It's like there's actual like fatback on pigs and stuff you could have and all that kind of stuff too.
Something
Who the fuck is eating that?
It's good. Pig is
Slaves
good.
ate it. Slaves ate it.
No, shout out to you.
Fatback is crazy.
Assalamu alaikum.
And then we got another one, Spanish Day, $10. I don't know if you guys test the flopping epidemic, but at this rate, who do we blame? The players, the ref, the commissioner, and how do they fix it because it's affecting the way players defend? Long-standing topic. Mars, where does it start?
What, flopping?
The blame for the epidemic for flopping.
Probably from players feeling they're getting fouled, not getting it called, so they feel the need to exacerbate what they feel is already a foul, because refs typically don't call things unless they look obvious. It's a thing in real football as well, where if players don't fall over, they don't get the whistle, so they feel the need to exaggerate, and it seems to bother a lot of people. I don't know. I don't think it's an epidemic. But I'm seeing now people are tracking how often people are falling on shots. So
did you see? I think Tom Haversack.
Yeah, that's why I just seen. Yeah, so
he did it to try to
a bigger thing to other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna stop calling the fouls that are actually fouls. Like this off-arm shove I've been telling about up here. This off-arm shove. If you just call it when it happens, then people don't flop back, and then they don't hit into Jokic's leg or Wemby's leg, like it happened.
I do think the freedom of movement for offense has definitely made these things worse, because the defense is so handicapped that offense is basically seeing how far they can push things without getting in trouble for it. I think the push off is egregious, and I've been saying that for years. I agree with Drago. The lowering your shoulder on drives and powering through people's chests and all of that stuff. That stuff is nonsense. But the only way to even have a chance if you're a defender is if you flop. Because if you try to defend that straight up, you're just going to get called for a foul. So I think that's probably where it starts. The rules got to be more clearly defined, and then they got to be more clearly implemented. Like, you can't just have, we're going to do this, and then do it for half a season and then not do it no more. Like, that just can't be a thing.
I actually think it's the opposite. It's not having rules that are clearly defined. It's giving the refs more discretion, because right now it's just the refs have to, like, this is the problem with legal guarding position, which I think you've heard a lot, whereas like they had to define when you're actually in legal guarding the position. But this just leaves it to where it's things that are so obviously not defensive fouls, where an offensive player just deviates from the path into a defensive player. It's going to be called a defensive foul because they put in the rule book, if you're not in this legal guarding position, then we'll call a foul if there's contact. So what I think they need to do is give the refs more discretion to what is actually a defensive foul and what's an offensive, like what is happening, instead of it being a clearly defined rule, because as soon as it's clearly defined rules, people start exploiting it.
Yeah, look, I think the NBA has definitely incentivized players, and again, you know, I've said this multiple times. I remember Mars, there was a day where Jokic didn't used to flop at all because it wasn't part of his game. But then about 4.5 years ago, he just realized, well, the only way I'm going to get the calls that I feel like I deserve is I have to buy into the system. Giannis also didn't used to flop. He flops. All these players, I think they come into the league with the intention of not being floppers, and then they have to start flopping. Anthony Edwards, you best believe it's going to happen. There will be that switch where he's going to start flopping more. Jalen Brunson didn't used to do it at Villanova, even early Mavs career. He's a master flopper now. It's just a part of the business. You got to know how to accentuate contact in order to get the calls that you feel like you deserve. The problem is, like I said, is the way that they do it for bigs and the way they do it for smalls. It's just not the same. It's not the same at all. And so it's really frustrating that the league is as big as it is, but yet the smaller players are obviously the ones that are accentuating it to that degree and all that stuff. So I think the NBA just needs to crack down on it.
I also think, like, when we talked about offense, like, these offensive fouls, the Thunder are clearly committing on Wemby. And it's not, I'm not saying they're wrong for doing it, because I was thinking they should do it as well. Like this, just slam your butt into Wemby, move him out the way so he can protect the rim. And I think that was a big strategy that wasn't really talked about a lot of here. It's like, yeah, we need to space out. Sometimes you don't need to space out. You just need to fucking see how far they'll let you be physical. But I'm like, these are offensive fouls. And the only one they could challenge was called an offensive foul. So it's like, refs, like, you got to call these. And these are the same in my games, in my league. We're looking at tape sometimes. It's like, this is so obvious. Like, it's very frustrating as players are like, why is this not getting called? Maybe we need more refs out there. Because 3 refs for like 5 and 5, maybe we need 5 refs.
People don't think Giannis flops. All right. Well, I guess I haven't watched Giannis blatantly do it and fall down.
Giannis is also egregious with the off-arm. Everyone good is right now.
It's just part of it.
My issue with Giannis is not really flopping. And it's not my issue isn't with Giannis. At the end of the day, if they're not calling the offensive foul, go do what you got to do.
Yeah.
My issue is that he's committing about 8 offensive fouls a game. But also on the flip side, he's also getting hacked more often than his free throw numbers suggest.
Mm-hmm.
So I get, maybe it balances out in some way. I don't know, but I do think scoring numbers throughout the league would be very different if they started calling the offensive fouls that were, it might call them defensive fouls, which I think is even worse. But
I do think at least this playoffs, they haven't been as egregious with calling everything a defensive foul, and that's why I even sent a super chat yesterday. I was like, this is the most physical I've ever seen in NBA basketball. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous.
Then
like,
Chill kicked you. Yeah, I remember.
No, he was talking about the effort, the hard, playing hard thing.
Yeah.
Nah, I was like, they went 20 minutes, and then Swiper talked about someone playing hard. I was like, okay, I guess that's a term we've never used up here. Someone playing hard. We've never used the eye test and like, yeah, that guy is playing hard right now. But I was like, okay.
I don't remember ever saying that. Yeah, I've never used that.
We got another super chat. The Art Man, formerly known as Steve, $10. Everyone better than Brunson until it's time to be better than Jalen Brunson. Every team the Knicks playing does something in particular that prepares them for OKC or the Spurs. Knicks tape. Now, I will say I don't know how to quantify this per se, but in terms of just like players that I'd rather have than Jalen Brunson in a playoff setting, it's a very, 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 very limited list. Doesn't make a lot of sense in some way, but like it's a very limited list for whatever reason. When Jalen Brunson gets an opportunity to in the fourth quarter, I feel like he is about to, no matter the angle, no matter the shot, like it's over. Like he's going to make the shot if he has a one-on-one coverage. Step back 3, sidestep 3, drive, free throws, layups, like mid-range pull up. He has this whole package, and it comes out in the playoffs like in this incredible way. Like he's just that good. Swiper, say it. He's just that fucking good. I mean, he is, but he's like better than like MVP candidates in playoffs, though. Like,
he's been that way for the last 3 years.
But that's the thing. Like, I was just about to say that. Like, yeah, he does his thing in the playoffs, but Jalen Brunson made this clear to me in the 24 season that he can go band for band with anybody. There's nobody in the league that Jalen Brunson can't go band for band with at all, excluding nobody. And he made that very clear to me back in 2024.
Yeah, good
player, what is it about your? I don't know. Ox, like it's like his brain is just set because he was garbage going into the fourth quarter in game one, and then his brain just like whatever that thing was, it just I don't miss anymore.
That's another thing we were talking about earlier. That's just about being a hooper. That's just about having the pops that had you out there on the blacktop when you was a youngster and getting on you. Like, nah, that's mental toughness. That's about mental toughness. I know we don't like to do the thing up here because we can't put a number on it. We can't put a number on heart. We can't put a number on mental toughness, but that shit is so real. And Jalen Brunson, he shows that with things like this, what you're talking about. Nobody, when you're on the basketball court, when we're in the second quarter, nobody gives a shit about the first quarter anymore. Like that shit does not matter. That already happened. We playing basketball. I don't care about I don't care about your field goal percentage. I don't care about your true shooting. I don't care about none of that. I don't care if you're 0 for 7. Like, you're Jalen Brunson, shoot the basketball. You have to. You're not going to stop shooting the ball because you're worried about what the box score is going to be at the end of the game. I can't be like, but what if my box score is what do they call it? Tour dates. What if I end up 4 for 20? Go 4 for 21. So Jalen Brunson got one of those type of mindsets where his pops instilled that mental toughness. They're out there. He's a hooper, bro. Like, he can do it with anybody against any team. There's no who was it that locked him up that game and y'all was tripping about it? Oh, Asor. It doesn't matter though. Like,
he crossed up Asar. Yeah, I remember that.
He did do that. Yeah, but it's cool. We grew.
But Asar guarded him very well. But it's like if we were to see that for a 7-game series, Jalen Brunson's gonna get at him though. Like at the end of the day, he's definitely gonna get the better of him.
I don't think it's possible to stop Jalen Brunson from putting the ball in the hoop.
He's not. He's too strong. He's crafty.
So many counters.
And he's not. He one of
the most skilled players. Exactly. He'll empty the clip. He's one of the most skilled players. I remember we did it was a super chat maybe months ago now. It was like, who's the most skilled between Kyrie, Dame, Brunson. There was one other person, I can't remember. Shea was the other one. And I know me and Real Talk both had Brunson in the top 2. And that was seen as like controversial, whatever. I mean, I'm still standing on that. Like, his skill set is like ridiculous. It's just he's 6 foot. So, the limitations that come with that. But his skill set is spectacular.
I got a Shams notification. Shout out Ron. San Antonio's Dylan Harper will be a game time decision tonight in game 3.
He'll play.
Hopefully it was just tightness. Or maybe they're playing a game with OKC right now, maybe making them think he'll play in.
They said De'Aaron was a game time decision for game 2 and he ain't play, so we'll see.
Yeah, but we know Dylan Harper better decision maker than De'Aaron Fox, right?
Yeah, I think the better decision is to not play on the questionable hamstring, to me. But
yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see how they respond tonight. Obviously, we'll get into that game. Look, whoever wins game 3, I think statistically, like, I want to say Mars, like maybe 70% of the time, like, wins the series. So this could be that kind of telltale series where, like, if you win game 3 tonight, like, then the other team that you got to win 3 or 4, like, basically going forward, like, from that point on, like, I'm saying that's going to be a lot in this series, Penn. Like, I think to beat somebody 3 times of the next 4, if they win, if you lose this game coming up in particular, just because it's like.
But does that game 3 swing matter if, like, for instance, if OKC was up 2-0 and San Antonio wins game 3, Are you just specifically saying like series that are tied 1-1? Whoever wins game 3 is going.
Well, game 3, yeah, in game 3 in this instance in particular, I think because the teams are so evenly matched and they both have advantages, and a lot of this is just like honestly, it's going to be health luck because Dub and AJ Mitchell and then Harper and then Fox. If you win game 3, that means for the rest of the way, I need 2, you need 3, and then we're so close that if at any point in time, if there's an injury that falls on you in the middle of a game, that could cost you the series. Just an untimely injury the rest of the way could cost you the series.
I mean, they're missing J-Dub already. I'm not necessarily sure that's a bad thing.
Missing De'Aaron is a good thing. Missing J-Dub is a good thing.
Hey, man. The analytics
missing De'Aaron is absolutely a good thing. Missing J-Dub, I don't see how that's good at all.
You said missing De'Aaron's a good thing?
Yeah, always.
He's a bum. Like,
he just oh, this De'Aaron is that gimmick.
De'Aaron ain't doing nothing but getting in Dylan Harper's way. So, you know.
I mean, shit, I agree with that, but no, De'Aaron.
And he's also getting in Stephon Castle's way. We need Stephon Castle to have the basketball.
Oh, he's definitely not getting in his way.
Dribble the ball as much as possible. Like, they're both so much better than De'Aaron Fox that he needs to sit down and just watch from the sideline. That's how he can help his team. But for J-Dub though, I don't see any positive from him.
Well, J-Dub was just in Caruso's way, so you know this opens up more Caruso minutes.
More Kaysen minutes.
Nah, man, we need less Lou Dort minutes. So J-Dub needs those. J-Dub and I
less Lou Dort minutes is all just more. Just give all of these minutes to Caruso. Play Caruso 52 minutes in the 48-minute game. Then no way.
Is he gonna keep this up, Mars?
They asked me after game 1 if he'd keep it up, and then he kept it up. So
okay, but you realize in the playoffs, he's like one of the top 10 shooters so far in the playoff right now, jump shooters.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Alex Caruso, like.
Okay. Yeah. Again, he's another one of those just turns it on guys. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's a freak.
Yeah, he's the role player equivalent of LeBron James. He coasts through the regular season, and then the playoffs come, and then he reminds everyone, "Oh, look, I'm a demon." So every time people are questioning, oh, has Alex Caruso lost it? Is he still the best in the world? Yes, he's just chilling until May and June. So
go ahead. Y'all hear the story? Y'all hear the story about Alex Caruso playing a pickup game with Kaysen Wallace and Jay Will?
No.
Mm-hmm.
So when he got to OKC, they're playing a pickup game, and he is just going through it, and he is getting killed. Alex Caruso is getting destroyed in this game, and they're making fun of him. And he joked, he's like, y'all want me now or y'all want me in June? Right? And he later reflected on a podcast. He said, this shit don't matter to me. Like, these pickup games don't matter to me in September. And then Jay Will was just like, but don't you care? Like, you trying to make an impression on a new team, you know, your new teammates. He's like, y'all know who I am. It was very, very Kevin Durant energy. You know who I am.
Yeah, Caruso is special talent, man. I still don't, it's still hard to fathom that the Bulls said Josh Giddey, was a
well for them. Josh Giddey matters.
No, I knew,
trying to win.
But remember, it was
Josh Giddey and Caleb Wilson is intriguing.
It is intriguing, but at the time, even it was just like Josh Giddey's PR was in the mud.
Noah Senge, okay.
That was a win-win trade.
How many first-round picks would you pay for like having this Caruso on your team?
Well, I thought he'd go for 2 first, like originally when he was out there.
If I'm a contender, I'd give up about 2 first for Caruso.
Might be 3.
Yeah, 3 if I really feel Caruso is the thing I'm missing.
Is he the OG? Is he like the OG worth 3 first-round picks? Is he that level?
OG's worth 4 first-round picks.
Well, based on the fact that Caruso is only making.
What did y'all get for him again?
0 first-round picks. Good luck, Dallas. Good luck. Y'all fucked. Just want to let you know that.
But you got Emmanuel quickly, right?
We definitely got Emmanuel quickly. Immediately overpaid him and turned him into a $32 million.
That wasn't Masai Ujiri's fault, though.
How is it not Masai Ujiri's fault?
Also the Girdle extension.
Oh yeah, $100 million for Jakob Girdle. We are
making $27 million a year, Penn.
In 2 years, yes.
What pick do the Raptors have this year?
19.
Oh, 19. Damn.
and I am speaking the shit into existence.
No, don't say his name.
That's what you've been pushing.
Don't say his name.
Bennett Sturts, I will snap. Do not pass.
Who you trying to pack up? You trying to pack up Emmanuel quickly?
I'm not trying to pack up anybody. Like, look, man. If you look
how's he gonna play between him, quickly, Jamal Sheds?
And he better than him.
Oh, interesting.
Ben Sturts is like the truth, bro. If you have watched Ben Sturts play basketball, I don't give a shit about analytics or nothing. If you watch that dude play, you look at the compliment, the Rolodex of talent he's had at Drake and Iowa, and you have come away thinking anything other than this is the next Michael Jordan, you're insane.
Oh, okay.
He's 6'4", unathletic, white Michael Jordan. That's what he is.
Oh.
See the parallel.
So not Michael Jordan, but like, you know, he's like the Steve Blake of Michael Jordan's, if that makes sense.
Okay. Shout out to Steve Blake.
He's like Luke Rittenauer, Kirk Heinrich.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
I mean, to be fair, Kirk Heinrich would be better than your point guards you have right now. So
Kirk Heinrich awesome.
Was so nasty.
Yeah,
so nice.
I feel like Kirk Heinrich kind of underrated. I feel like Ox is someone. Kirk Heinrich would be like someone who you push a lot of propaganda.
He likes him.
I did a little bit, but it's just so many guys I gotta push propaganda for. You know what I mean? I just
Miller,
don't got
Rajon
time,
Rondo. Yeah, I got you.
It's hard work, right?
Rajon don't need no help. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Rajon don't need no help.
Kirk Heinrich was nice, man. Shoot the hell out of the ball, play defense. Paul,
remember I did have Kurt Heinrich on that Chris Paul list though. If y'all remember, I did have Kurt Heinrich on that list. So right in front of Bano and right behind Grievous.
You know he's better than both of those, right? Just to clarify.
Who, Kurt?
Yeah,
he's definitely better than Bano. Now Grievous, shit. No comments.
You know what?
The man, the myth, the legend himself, Cowboy Bob.
What up? Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
All right, I got my new system in. Salute to
Bing
everybody.
bong.
Yo, by the way, if you light up, you get kicked. If you light up, you get kicked.
For smoking
I can't hear y'all.
You should get kicked for smoking a cigarette on national YouTube.
I can't hear y'all. Hold on, let me go out and come back in. I can't hear you.
So unprofessional,
man. Yeah, man. Kirk Heinrich was my dog. Ty Lawson was my dog, obviously. That whole era, there's a bunch of point guards that were going crazy. I thought Ty Lawson was going to be Steph Curry. Him and Steph Curry going back and forth for a little bit.
Why'd you think that?
Because Steph wasn't Steph. Steph wasn't Steph yet. You got to remember where Steph was. Steph wasn't Steph yet.
Okay, I get what you're saying now. Okay, I got you.
Like it was 2012-13. Steph didn't make that leap until that first round.
But you thought Ty Lawson was gonna?
Ty Lawson was like that, dog.
I remember Ty Lawson.
He was fast as.
I like Ty Lawson.
He was strong.
Who was it? Ty Lawson made like 10 threes against.
I can't remember, bro.
He went crazy. I can't remember who he was playing. Yeah,
I think it was the Wolves.
I might have just made that up. I feel like it was Ty Lawson.
No, he drained like 9 threes at least.
Yeah, there was a game. Ty Lawson made like 10 threes against someone. Someone will remember.
You know what player that I really
he was just miniature. That was the only thing.
He was 5'11".
His career got really cut short.
Yeah, he was small.
He was.
Shit, I thought he was like
TJ Ford.
Yeah,
TJ Ford. Dude, that guy was cold.
It was against the Wolves, Mars. It was 10. It was against the Wolves.
Cowboy Bob.
Against the Wolves? Okay, yeah. I knew.
Nah, you can't.
Shit,
TJ, because TJ, he had that AAU team that his little brother played on. We played against him a couple times. TJ was cold though. I like TJ.
Who?
TJ Ford.
Oh, TJ Ford.
TJ Ford.
Grievous Vasquez was only on the Kings for 18 games.
Good player.
Interesting.
I
feel like I remember him more on the Kings.
Thank you for trading him. By the way, I just want to say that. Thank you for trading Grievous Vasquez. That was amazing.
Don't thank me. I would have never done something like that.
No, you didn't, but your organization did. And I was just reflecting back. I'm like, man, like guard depth really is the cheat code in the playoffs, isn't it? Right? It really is. When I think about that trade that the Raptors made for Rudy Gay, and they got back like John Salmons, and they got back Grievous Vasquez, Pat Patterson. To me, that's like you shored up your guard depth. You had now DeMar DeRozan, Kyle Lowry, Grievous Vasquez, like that. John Salmon's also kind of a guard, if we're being honest.
Salmons was dope.
So like that to me, that's what started the Raptors Week the North era, by the way. That Graves Vasquez trade. I refuse to call it the Rudy Gay trade. It was the Graves Vasquez trade.
Nah, man, Rudy Gay should have been an absolute. Like he was already a star, but man, I thought Rudy was going to be.
He was swooping on the Raptors.
No, he was a star. He was a star.
He was a star. So
he wasn't. I don't think he was a star. I think
he was a star.
He was a 20.
I mean, how do we define star?
Empty calories player.
Empty calories.
I think he shot.
I mean, I wouldn't define Rudy Gay as a star. I define him as a bucket. I wouldn't define him as a star.
I think he scored like he had a game where he shot like something like 6 for 30 or something from the field, and then came into the locker room and banned box scores from the locker room. That to me is like that's the epitome of Rudy Gay.
Who else can do that?
That's something only a star could do. To be
word.
You think Adu Thero could come into the Lakers locker room and be like, "Hey, we're not looking at box scores no more." Nah, he can't. You know, he can't.
Austin Reeves couldn't even do that right now.
Exactly. You gotta be a star.
Rudy was better than Austin Reeves. That's not even
a discussion. Yeah, word.
Yeah, so if
Rudy would have been in this modern game,
I don't think.
Give me Austin Reeves.
He would have been a killer. Stop. Oh my God. Stop.
Rudy at Memphis.
We're taking Austin Reeves over Rudy Gay now.
That's crazy. Rudy Gay was a baller.
I mean, yeah, person, yeah.
Rudy was a taller Cam Thomas. That's why I'm saying y'all just go with what y'all hear. That you
okay, I think that's
underrated
also
rebounder. By the way, he was a really good rebounder. Like we forget about.
I don't know. I guess I'm just not as high on
Rudy was also a decent defender as well. So
yep. Shoot the lights out the ball. Come on now.
Rudy Gay was.
Hey, Rudy a punch on you too. It was OJ Mayo. It was OJ Mayo getting in Rudy's way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. When did Rudy Gay tear?
OJ Mayo got his own way.
When did he tear his Achilles?
I can't remember.
2015.
Rudy was cold. Cowboy Bob, give us your next prospect.
But when he got with us, when Rudy got with us, he was still nasty though. He was still nice when he got with us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he had that thing where he kind of like, I don't want to say fell off a cliff, but there was like a stark decline where he kind of went the other way quite quick.
He hit a wall fast.
I ain't trying to be rude, but I did send in a super chat pertaining to Brunson's defense. So whenever y'all want to get into it, we could talk about that because no one talks about it. I'm not saying.
Sure.
I'm not saying.
We already talked about that.
Oh, you did? My fault. I got kicked out. I was in a meeting. But good thing y'all did. But I just want to say there's other things that he's been doing. Like, for example.
But you got kicked out your meeting?
Yeah, I got kicked out of my meeting. I have to talk to you guys, man. Y'all are important, bro.
You got kicked out or you walked out?
I walked out for like 10 minutes to talk to you guys. Don't worry about it.
This is next level victim. I don't
know. We don't recommend you guys do that.
We were about to start a petition.
It's all right. Don't worry about it. Yeah, y'all don't recommend it, but Brunson's defense, like what he was doing when Mobley was trying to get the post up in the fourth quarter, he was fighting Brunson, and Brunson's little ass was holding him there. Like, y'all don't even see stuff like that because y'all say Brunson don't play defense.
Yeah, I saw that. Donovan Mitchell should have gave him the ball.
Exactly.
That's something I did.
And every time he was trying to throw it to him,
he ain't look at him. No. Donovan Mitchell decided he wanted to go shoot a step back jumper. That wasn't he couldn't.
No, but Mobley couldn't get deeper in the paint because Brunson
was his ass. Mobley had him sealed for like 3 seconds.
No,
all you gotta do, throw the entry. I'm 6'11", but nah, Donovan Mitchell want to go tween, step back, right, miss.
I don't even think that's JB credit. I think Evan Mobley just soft, right? He couldn't get him as deep as he wanted to.
Yeah, not about to blame Evan Mobley for Donovan Mitchell not giving him the ball. We're not about to.
Matter of fact, how about game one? How about in game one when Montiel Ellis is driving to the rack and he's already in the air? Brunson manages to go from the dunker spot to the right, slide in the position, hands up, contest the shot, and he misses. That's defense. He's a smaller dude, and he already got beat. He was out of position, but nobody talks about these things that Brunson's doing. Matter of fact, Brunson only had 2 points the first half. That being said, him having those 2 points is the reason why he's dealing with all the stuff he's dealing with. The team is doing well. Everyone's doing what they need to do. And I'm just like, how are we not talking about it? Josh Hart is a 41% from 3-point. You leaving him open? That's dumb. That's like me saying to Ox, yo, Ox, I'm just going to throw you lobs all day, and I'm not going to contest it. Like, the defense not going to contest it. He going to eat all day because he has that confidence. The thing is with Josh Hart right now, he's not into that confidence.
He made shots, by the way.
But he did it, too, though, against Atlanta. He was doing well
against the Hawks.
He made what was it? He had 15 points, I think, in game 3, and then I think also in the Philly series he also went off defensively.
Yeah, I get Philly game 4. He made 30.
Yeah.
Like every
Yeah. Okay.
No, Mars, but don't minimize it by saying like everyone.
No, shout to him. Shout to him. He went 4 for 6 in that game. Before the game 4 in Philly, Josh Hart was shooting 21% from 3 in the playoffs.
He's shooting 30.4% now.
Since then, he's at 45% in the last 3 games.
Okay, and before then, when the series started, he was injured because most people don't even realize the first series he was wobbling and he was hurt. Even in the 76ers series, he was also hurt with his wrist, and then even last night, his ankle. Josh Hart fights through injuries, so a lot of his shots. He's still. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to blow him up and say, Josh Hart is a 41% all the time. All I'm simply trying to say is, when you have a guy who shot for the entire season 41%, why would you leave him open? That's the thing. There's things that they are doing in this league that are giving the Knicks great advantage. One of them also is having Josh Hart on a big. You move out. I even told Real Talk and Low, I said, this is the dumbest thing I've seen in the last 2 years. You have a center on a small forward or a guard coming out on a closeout on a 3. You lose rim protection. You lose rebounding as well. Who's down there now? You got Cat and everybody else. It's a wash. Go ahead. I'm listening.
So I feel like the Spurs have used that strategy to great effect this year.
It doesn't work with Wemby. It only works with Wemby because Wemby can play under the rim and block a 3-point shot. He's like 8 foot, man. He's the only exception.
There's other. I think Rudy Gobert's done.
Okay. You say there's others. Tell me another player that can close out like Wemby from being as a rim protector and closing out at a 3, where he's right in his face contesting the shot.
Scotty Barnes.
That was not what you said. I'm not saying there's another guy.
Asar Thompson.
Peyton Watson.
Peyton
Watson. Okay.
Draymond.
Yeah, they did it with the
Centers.
But it's not
Draymond plays small ball 5.
But Draymond is not a center, though. That's the thing. He's classified as it because they run small ball.
I mean,
he's not.
Anthony Davis can do it. Anthony Davis can do it.
AD, Rudy.
Healthy Anthony Davis. Okay. So you got like 4 people who can do it. You got like 4 people who can do it.
You got one on your team.
I still agree with your point. I'm just being pedantic.
Like if you're asking about like what player can basically flash from
Evan Mobley
and basically be in 2 places at once. Yeah, there's like a selection of about 15 defenders in the NBA who can do it.
Yeah, but
Wendy's probably the best at it, but
I think the whole point is you don't have to be in 2 places at once.
Let's classify this. You have about 5, maybe 6 guys that can do it. That's 6 teams maybe, and you don't play them in the finals like we are now. So you lose that advantage if you don't have that guy. Mobley has not been that guy because Mobley defense has not been there unless he's coming off to do a shot blocker. Because last night he was going at the rim and got contested. He didn't block the shot and got dunked on. So when you look at some of these things, they also have flow in the defense recovery. That's why I'm saying who can do it like Wemby. Probably like 3-4 people. But what I'm simply trying to say is you lose the rim protection, you lose the rebounding, you give us an advantage because now 2 rebounders are out in Hart and in the center, but then we still got Cat, we still got OG. Even Brunson's been grabbing boards lately. That's another thing. The reason why I want to praise Brunson is because he's playing like a captain. He's not complaining. He's grabbing boards. I've seen him grab 4 boards in a matter of 2 minutes, and he's running to the position, get the ball, start transition. He did it in the 4th twice, and he did it again in the 3rd. So when you look at how Brunson's game has developed, it is really, really good, and I'm just glad that we picked him instead of Mitchell because even when his offenses wasn't flowing, he was still passing. He got, 14 assists last night, Jay?
Dimes, you saw him. Come on.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it is what it is.
He should have had 16,
I just want to
17.
say this before I go because I know I've been talking a while. The Knicks have this is their longest winning streak, and it's in the playoffs. The longest we've had was 8 wins. Now they have 9. So that right there is showing you that they're turning another belt. Plus, on top of that, every game we've had we were tested. If you look at the Atlantic Series 2-1, we were tested. We got locked in, Brunson blocked in, and we stayed focused, and we haven't lost.
Yep. What a way. What a way to end, Cowboy Bob. Shout out to you. Your Knicks are on the way. I think they might win 11 in a row as well. I wanted to get this one up in. OG team, $10 super chat. If Brunson had a hairline, was sexually attractive, a cocky attitude. Y'all be calling him top 5. But when it comes to JB, playoffs don't matter. And y'all rank him 12th to 11th player in the offseason.
I think it's so funny that his profile picture is JB as Jesus. That was the best part of that super chat for me.
Is that Jay? That's how you feel? If Brunson is more aesthetically pleasing to the mass majority, that he would be a higher ranking player.
That's not how I feel. I think that he's accurately ranked for me.
I just want to let y'all know that when you get on the freeway, when you get onto the subway, when you go to the barbershop, when you go to the mall, there's people like that. They're just walking around society. You may never talk to them. You may never even register their existence, but they exist. Be careful. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, it's just just attracting to scale. We do this in social science all the time. You know what I mean? More attractive you are, then the more benefits you get in society and all that kind of stuff. And that's an analytics, life analytics.
I think he's just a volume scorer, and he's small, and that's why he doesn't get the praise that he deserves in other areas of the game.
I agree.
That's really why.
You know what's funny? Like all these life analytics about like being attractive and having opportunities. I want you to stare at Jeff Bezos's face. Okay, like be for real now. Come on, like there's a grit and resilience. Well, money makes you attractive. Let's just be real about that. There's like a money glow up that happens to people. People fix their teeth, they fix their skincare routine, they get better diets, they do plastic surgery and shit. But yeah, like I don't know, like you got more time to focus on your body and how you look when you got money. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. People act like people who are attractive are rich, but it's actually people who are rich are attractive. It's correlation, causation.
Okay, that's fair.
Yep, shouts. Y'all more.
So you're saying I'm only gonna get handsomer as I get more money, Penn? Is that what you're saying to me?
It's kind of the way it works. Yeah,
that is definitely the way it works.
Then y'all in trouble. I'll tell you that right now.
The or does it. So let's get to this OKC Spurs game tonight right now, because this is going to be, I think, an absolute battle. The Thunder obviously are going into San Antonio this time. This is going to be, I think, a very physical game. There are going to be a lot of battles tonight. Obviously, the two games have been very different. The first game, the Spurs, I think, were in control of 70+% of that game. And then this last game, I thought OKC was just flat out better. They were just playing a lot better. San Antonio is a -1.5 tonight. So they're getting the home court advantage. But I think home court is good for 3 points. So typically neutral site. I think this would be San Antonio would actually be a dog in this game. Wemby obviously is going to be a man on a mission in this game. Dylan Harper's a game time decision. De'Aaron Fox is the game time decision. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the rest of the crew will be playing. AJ Mitchell, haven't heard much about that since it's his injury. I don't know if he's playing or not. But J-Dub is day-to-day and there's a very real world where he misses like the rest of the series, if not the rest of the playoffs as well. How are we feeling about tonight's game? Do we feel like this is going to be like an opportunity for OKC to get a win in San Antonio? Do you think San Antonio is going to be able to pull it away? How do y'all feel?
I think the Spurs really need Fox back to have a second ball handler that's not Castle, because it's just way too hard to play against OKC even without J-Dub with their defenders if you only have Castle. And Jordan McLaughlin is obviously not good enough for you to play him major minutes. So they need Fox back, I think, having just a second ball handler. And then I think the big problem is what it always is in the Spurs game, the Wemby problem. How will the Spurs counter the Thunder moves? How is it going to get called, the contact on offense? Like, that is every game Wemby is in, unlike anyone maybe other than Shaq and Curry. All of the game on one side just revolves around him. How can we get him away from the basket? How can we finish around him? Like, he is the big problem in this series. And I look forward to it so much.
Yeah, I'm curious, man. If Dylan Harper and Fox are not 100% healthy, man, I think this series might be short. Like, they're going to have that explosiveness. They need the ball handling. Stephon Castle, I think it's going to be more, hopefully, whatever. I mean, it's like he's going to be more careful with his decision making. But you cannot beat OKC unless you can get them on the move defensively. And if you don't have enough guards to do that, it's going to put you in quite a bit of a bind. But I'm assuming if they both play tonight, I think the Spurs win. And I think there's a world where they get an 8+ point victory tonight if they both play and they both are able to go and just dribble.
I think Fox is gonna play. Now, if I had to bet money, I would say Fox is gonna play. I don't think Harper's playing.
I've correctly predicted 11 straight playoff games, so I am very reluctant to offer any predictions on this game because I feel like my streak's about to end.
Yeah,
and I also don't know who's playing. So
just pick between Cavs Knicks game 3.
Cavs.
Okay, that's 12 in a row.
So
it's over. Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. Cavs and 6. Cavs and 6.
How if they lose game 3?
Cavs and 6.
Okay, respect.
So you don't have any thoughts on tonight's game, Pin?
No, I have tons of thoughts. I mean, obviously, like I think Victor Wembanyama burnt himself out in game 1. And I think we could all see that he was not himself in game 2. Like there was maybe a 7-8 minute stretch in that game where he looked functionally like himself. But, I think there's a progressive fatigue factor with OKC. They beat the shit out of you, man. Like they are physical as hell. It's Lou Dort. But Shea is also he is a challenge, right? Like he is a relentless mover. He does not stay static. I mean, he holds the ball a little bit too long, but you get tired. Like this team just wears you down. They grind you out. I don't think they're worried at all that they're tied 1-1. I think they think they're the better team, and I think they know they're the better team. And now they're the healthier team too. So, I think this is very much a series that is leaning in OKC's way right now. But the Spurs have a golden opportunity to go up 3-1. And the odds of coming back down 3-1 against Wemby, like in these games. So tonight is cinema. For real, like I know I feels like I'm chatting and I'm not really saying much. Like, oh, both teams got to play hard, my man. Like, yeah, like this is must-win game for both teams, which is very interesting. Because if you're San Antonio, that home court advantage you got by beating them in OKC, you can't lose that in your first game at home. That's very challenging for a young team. But I expect a 6-game series.
And I want to share this real quick because ESPN Stats and Info or ESPN Insights just dropped this. Let me zoom in a little bit so y'all can see it. This just dropped today. So the Spurs have double-teamed Shai Gilgeous-Alexander 53 times in the Western Conference Finals in 2 games. But should they dial it back? OKC is averaging more points per play and creating more open looks when SGA is trapped this series. So points per play, win double, 1.21 points per possession. They're shooting 51% from the field, 48% from 3, and 40% on contested shots. And then when he's not double, so single coverage gap hill, 0.93 points per possession, 42% from the field, 32% from 3, and still 60% on contested field goal percentage. So if you are the Spurs, and this is why the Jordan McLaughlin minutes matter to me, because they probably scored 6 times on all those times that he was on the floor. Are you just like simply just going to say like, hey, we're just going to gap? There's no double coming. Like we're not going to overhelp. We're not going to over concern. We're not going to over worry. And we're just going to literally just kind of make you drive into traffic, which is what they did in game 1 when they were making him drive into Wemby.
Mm-hmm.
No, this is, I think, where analytics can be very misleading.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like there's a rhythm to basketball, right? It's very interesting. That conversation we were having earlier about like analytics versus real hoop talk. And it's interesting because I actually think both have a place. They should have a place. So I very much appreciate you bringing that stat up. That's a W host move by you to bring up that stat because it's very interesting to see what's happening. But also, like I have eyes. Like I know what Shai does in those big moments when you don't double him. So I think you have to be a little bit more discerning and controlled with your double teams. But I absolutely think San Antonio is doing a good job.
Could there be any validity in going 2 bigs for the Spurs to combat some of the Hart minutes where they have?
Bro, you didn't catch my take about putting Wemby at the 3 and going 3 bigs? Shit, I'll go 3.
The only way you're combating the Hart minutes is if you get Kelly Olynyk to do what he did 10 years ago.
Yes, I've been seeing that. I've been seeing that clip going around my timeline, man. Just a clip of Kelly Olynyk injuring everybody.
More light in the guard. Like they could steal some minutes for some of the other guys just by having Cornet and Wemby out there in the Hart minutes, and Cornet can be an Hart, fight with him. Then if Hart does the Wemby bullshit again, then you can have kind of Cornet replace him in a sense. And it's going to look a little more hard, I think, to do.
What about this? At center, Bismack Biyombo. At power forward, Luke Cornett. At small forward, Kelly Olynyk. At shooting guard, the rightful best shooting guard in the NBA, Victor Wembanyama. And then at point guard, Dylan Harper if he plays. Bro, biggest team in NBA history. Let's see it.
So is your trolling an answer to there's no merit in going 2 bigs?
No, I actually do. I do think there's a merit in going 2 bigs.
Okay, I just wondered.
I just think what's better than 2 bigs? 4 bigs.
What would
I would go double big personally?
You really think that would work?
I would try it out. That's what I say. I wouldn't hold on to. I wouldn't be like locked in on it.
I think we're past the point of trying that out for me personally, but maybe he tries it today and it works, and then on Monday, I guess I'll be back here now.
Bro, what if you got like 5 players just link hands and cross the entire court so you couldn't get past it?
But then you would well, sure, that for fun strategy for versus children. That definitely would work versus kids. Football breakdown. How you feeling, man? How you feeling about tonight's game? Who do you think wins? What are going to be the strategies and matchups? What are you looking for? Who's getting the least amount of rim assists in this game to show they're a fraudulent playmaker?
Oh, here you go. Well, this is very contingent on Dylan Harper, clearly, right? I mean, if he doesn't play, I don't see the Spurs winning. Castle is turning the ball over at an extreme rate. Yeah, honestly, like before Dylan Harper got hurt, I would have actually said maybe I was getting ahead of myself. Spurs in 6, just because of them winning game 1 and a lot of the pressure being on OKC. But without Dylan Harper, and especially if Fox doesn't play, and even if Fox does play, you know, coming into the series in game 3 with this level of defense won't be easy to just immediately acclimate. And I'm not sure if that helps the Spurs with Fox being the lead guard. It might help the turnover issue, but I still think Fox being a smaller guard, that he'll be easier to defend for a lot of the OKC's perimeter players. And I think that double overtime game, with the games being every other day, is actually going to hurt the Spurs, given now that their team is dropping like flies and they have to rely on, you know, a smaller guard rotation, and OKC has incredible depth at the guard position. So I got OKC tonight, me personally. And I think at some point there's gonna be a game where OKC hits a lot of their open threes that they're generating. Like the way they're doubling Shea almost at half court at times, to me, is ridiculous. I don't care what strategy or coaching. I will never agree with doubling a player that far up the court. It just stretches your defense too much. Like, these are NBA players. At some point, they're going to hit their open threes. Lou Dort, Cason Wallace, Isaiah Joe, Caruso are going to hit their threes in one of these games all simultaneously and have a great shooting night. So, yeah, I just think the OKC has more ways to beat the Spurs than the Spurs have to beat OKC at this point. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm probably going to go Spurs tonight. I think if Fox is available, then I think that's going to change the game. Look, they just need they need more than one person that can do the things that Castle's been trying to do. With Wemby, like, Devin Vassell has a better shooting game because he was bricking to start that game in game 2. Keldon Johnson finally has a good game. He was horrible. What?
You were 6 of 10 from 3.
I know, but remember, he started off like the momentum in the first 3 quarters of that game. Their offense, they were spotty, and then that's when SGA was having that third quarter run he was having. They got into the fourth, and then at that point they couldn't get in rebounds because then Isaiah Hart got 5 offensive rebounds and just kind of restarting the play and all that. I just think like Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, like all those players, they just need to like go out and like, if you have a more consistent game, if you can make shots, but also defensively, Jordan McLaughlin, you stay on the bench. Hey, just keep. That's all we need from you. That's all we need from you right here. We need leadership. Luke Cornett, can you have more impactful minutes? It's not a great series for Luke Cornett because obviously there's a massive athleticism advantage between him and everybody else. Jay Will minutes have been huge. He hasn't been hitting his shots like crazy, but it's when Jay Will's at the 5, like, it makes even with Wemby on the floor, their defense is compromised because now it's just that 5-out system and they're driving and kicking and having to overflow. So I don't know, man. I want to see them play more consistently. I want to see the defense be there. I want to see the shot making. I think the Spurs should be able to win tonight's game, but he did not play good. Culture, stop letting that lie. He did not play good. Those minutes were horrific. I'm not getting off that boat.
What are we talking about?
The Jordan McLaughlin was. All that double team stuff you said, they double teamed Shea that whole time he was out there, and it was abysmal. It was abysmal. I don't want anything to do with it.
But none of them can guard Shea 1-on-1 though.
Castle's done a great job in 1-on-1. It's not like shot effectiveness. Shade's going to make those shots, but Castle's done a phenomenal job of staying in front. He hasn't been beat like across his hip the entire series, except for the Iverson cut at the end of game 1. That's it.
I don't know what Iverson cut looks like, but
it's just across the middle.
Double screen across the free throw.
Yeah.
If you go watch a game from Philly, Iverson got the ball like that like 80% of the time.
Yeah. That's a good question, football. I'm glad you said that. Now next time you do about rim assist next time too. Jay,
anyone can know what a rim assist is.
What do you think?
This is tough. I think this is definitely the most important game of the series, right? I think whoever wins this game is ultimately going to decide the winner of the series. I think for the Spurs to have a win tonight, they need an extra ball. D-Fox or Harper has to be able to go. And I think you're going to need more impactful minutes from Julian Champagnie. I think he's had just the worst series that he's had all postseason, and it's got progressively worse. He's really good in the first round. He was playable in the second round, but I think he's been damn near unplayable on both sides of the ball.
He hit some big threes in game 1.
He did that one over Chet.
He missed some really timely threes throughout the rest of the game. So I don't like judging guys based on the last 3 minutes of the game, right? He hasn't really been great to me. Right, so I think if he plays well, and I think if Dylan Harper's ready to go or De'Aaron Fox is ready to go, I think the Spurs take it. If not, I think it's OKC. But I'm gonna be glued to the TV all night. This is gonna be the best game of the playoffs, probably.
He might be the most important rebounder too in this series as well, because game 1 he had 9 rebounds. But if you remember, like in the previous series, like rebounding, I think has been a big part of the story, especially offensive rebounding as well. Because especially Champagnie, like. If he's coming
one of
in
top 5 players, top 6 players.
Him and his brother are really good rebounders. Yeah, I think
they are
underrated. I think that's why Justin should be like picked up by a good team. But the Wizards might be good next year, but like they're really good rebounders for wings, and I think that adds a lot of value.
I actually think the biggest. I'm really interested to see how, because there's been so much talk. I've never seen. I can't recall the last time where officiating has been such a big topic of conversation for a playoff series.
Oh, easily
Game 7, 2018 conference finals.
Yeah, last year too, Denver OKC series. No.
Like,
question.
It's kind of annoying because everyone has their agenda. You like everyone, like whether they like OKC, dislike OKC, want Wemby to be the next, the golden goose for the NBA or whatever it is, but. I'm really interested to see how they officiate the physicality, because I think it's going to be a big determining factor. Does Wemby get into foul trouble? Does iHeart get into foul trouble? But the thing is, at the end of the day, this is why I pick OKC, because they have the personnel to adapt.
They had 5 fouls last game?
4. No, iHeart had 5 fouls. I don't know how many Shea had.
I think this is a perfect tie-in to the conversation we were having earlier about the absurdity and perhaps invalidity of analytics sometimes. Mars, if you had to guess, who is the top win share per 48 guy and box plus minus guy on the Spurs? Who would you guess? Who would you guess it is?
In this series or?
No, just in the playoffs. It's a shocking...
Well, I would guess Wemby.
It's not.
It's Keldon Johnson.
Because it's not Wemby.
It's not Keldon Johnson.
He's just for 48. Who's checked him? Is it Jordan McLaughlin?
It is Jordan McLaughlin in 31 minutes. It's fucking nuts, bro.
You have to go look at small samples. Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, super small. That's even qualified.
Yeah, but I didn't agree yesterday when I don't think Jordan McLaughlin sabotaged the team the way it was being applied.
So. He didn't,
bro. Steph
they got amazing because he was on the court. If that makes sense. So like, it's possible for you to be amazing as a 6-foot guard. You hit your shots. You don't turn the ball over. You do a good job. But because you're 6 feet tall and they can suddenly see over you, they develop a rhythm and then you can't turn it off. Like, I think momentum is a really, really very big thing in basketball. So if a team starts seeing the ball go through the net a couple times and you're the reason they can see it go through the net because you're 6 feet tall, like, I mean, yeah, your impact is negative to me.
I want to go off of that. Is there a momentum 3 stat?
Yeah, there should be.
Because
Caruso,
that
nonsense.
That's a shot beater.
Because
that's a big one. No, football said Caruso hitting no BS threes. He be hitting
It wasn't when you leave him. Okay, they're not BS. They're wide button.
They're nonsense, and then driving by Wemby, and then everybody's like, "Mars."
They're like, wide open. That's why I keep saying like that shit is not sustainable. You can't leave guys wide open, expect them not to hit threes or get in rhythm at some point.
You see how teams guard the Pistons?
I mean, that's the Pistons.
But why is it BS though?
No, because he doesn't like Caruso. No, okay.
No.
Yeah, crazy hate. That's crazy hate.
No, the issue is that like when you know how it is, Ox. We have a dedicated game plan, right? And it's like we have to make a decision here. You have to. Shea, you cannot give him like no matter even if he's not playing well, can't give him easy looks. Nothing I cannot do it. I refuse to do it. I cannot let him drive clean, easy looks to it. So Remy got to roam off somebody. It has to happen. And then you get, 22 seconds of great defense. And then here come Caruso, just falling up from the corner all the way to the wing or something like that. He gets the ball. That. It's just like, all right, bro.
But swipe. Here's the thing, though.
That's still not BS. Like,
no, it's not.
Yeah. Swipe. It's not frustrating. Look, listen. We'll tell Wemby to move his big feet up into the 3-point line. My whole thing is, right, if you're going to continuously allow wide open shooters to get passes from under the basket, and they're wide open at the corner or directly at the top of the key, what do you think is going to happen? Like, I don't know what you want me to say. Like, this is not sustainable defense. Like, when they go small and they're allowing Caruso or Isaiah Joe or Casey Wallace just wide open threes, they're going to get into rhythm. They're good NBA players on a good team. Like, this is not good basketball. And at some point, all those guys,
you can stop allowing them threes when they get into rhythm.
Huh?
You can stop allowing the threes when they get into rhythm. You can control when they get open.
Tell Wemby to move his feet. Tell Wemby to go guard the perimeter.
But that's they're actively telling Wemby, stay in the paint because we want them to take no shots at the rim. Like they took 6 shots when he was in the 49 minutes.
I never like any defensive game plan that allows the other team to consistently get good looks from 3 all game. It's a recipe for disaster.
If you're shooting 6 shots at the rim in 49 minutes, that's a recipe.
A wide open 3 is easier than a contested.
Yeah, a wide open 3 in today's NBA is disastrous, bro. Most of the time, threes.
Professional basketball players. That's a layup. A wide open 3 is a layup.
Let me put it this way. You know the primary reason why Steph is more dangerous than KD, despite KD being the best 3-level scorer in NBA history? Because threes are devastating. Like KD making a bunch of 2s at possession after it won't break you. Threes will break you.
Steph's threes break you.
That's what I mean. But you know what I mean. Like wide open, consistent wide open threes.
But why do Steph's threes break you?
Because you play amazing defense, and then here come this little 6'3" light-skinned dude shooting some nonsense.
Because the thing is,
there's 2 reasons why they break you, in my opinion. Number 1, when he takes the 3, at the point at which he takes the 3, your defense is already so far up the court. Probably because he's 28 to 35 feet away from the basket when he's taking that shot because he takes deep threes. The second thing is because your defense is so out of sorts, whether he makes it or misses it, you're probably in a really bad rebounding position. So he kind of jumbles your entire defensive principles before he takes the shot. So whether he makes a shot or misses a shot, it's usually just devastating that he even takes a shot, which is why teams go so far to make sure he doesn't even touch the ball.
I'll also remind people that they did the same thing with Alex Caruso in the Christmas Days game when he shot 1 for 12. Like maybe playoff Alex is on, and I'm not saying keep allowing Alex Caruso open threes. I'm just saying like maybe next time it's Lou Dort. Let's see if Lou Dort hits 8 for 12.
Well, they are. They're just rotating him. No,
that's still not a good strategy.
They're not letting him shoot. Like Schreiber said, they're rotating to it. But
again, when the guy
that is why at this level of basketball, that is wide open.
These are good 3-point shooters.
But like I said, Like they can shoot 1 for 12 on these.
I understand, but it's not worth the risk. It's not worth the risk of allowing.
But is that true?
Open threes in the playoffs.
Is that true? If I'm only allowing 6 points in the paint, is that the truth?
Did Alex Caruso not hit 8 threes?
Real quick.
Yeah, and they lost.
The point is that it's not worth the risk. It's not worth the risk to allow somebody to shoot that many wide open threes. Even like whether it's Alex Caruso, Lou Dort, Casey Wallace, whatever. It's not really worth it especially if you can play more of a straight up level of defense. Like if you can contain more guys in front of you, then it's much more efficient, much better to try that route if you have the personnel. If you don't have the personnel, Drago, I understand where you're coming from. Like if it's just like, oh, we just can't do that, then okay, protect the paint and let's try to rotate and see what happens. I can get with that, but I do think you should try to contain your man.
I rather let.
Mars have a point. Football. Let Mars talk.
My bad.
I run takes. Yeah. I think what's being missed is I think we're characterizing what the Spurs are trying to give up as they're betting on these players won't make threes, and that's the risk they're willing to take. I don't think that's the gamble they're taking. The gamble I think they're taking is make or miss the threes we're conceding, they won't outshoot us if they can't score at the rim. That's what I think they're trying to prove or do. So Caruso going 1 for 9 or 6 for 9, ultimately what they're I think going to be measuring is how many points in the paint did they have? How many paint shots did they have? How many free throws did they have? At the end of the day, if those numbers are all low, Caruso going 7 for 9 or 0 for 9 doesn't change in their opinion, that's the risk paying off. So it's not, if Lou Dort makes the threes, he makes the threes. If he misses the threes, great. That helps you even more. But that's not what they're betting on, I think, in this scenario is Wemby's taking away the whole paint. Whether they make or miss threes isn't really our concern at that point, I think. I think that's what the concept is.
Mars, I can see that. I can see that being a thing, and it must be what they're doing, right? Because that makes good sense. My only issue with that is when you're also you take that risk, right? But then you also have a guy like SGA over there too. So it's like if we can contain SGA to under 23, 24 points, you know what I'm saying, something like that, then okay. But what about when SGA goes on his runs? What about when SGA breaks down his defense, whether Wemby's on the floor or not, and he's able to get to his spot to score? For SGA, it doesn't have to be in the paint. It could be a mid-range pull-up. It could be just getting the ball back on a swing 3 or whatever it may be. However he scores, regardless. If SGA goes on 2-3 hot runs in the third quarter and fourth quarter and then ends up with 27 or more points, you know what I'm saying? I've already conceded to letting Alex Caruso or Lou Dort shoot those shots. Now, if they combine for 8 to 9 threes a game, and then SGA also goes on his hot runs, we're losing this basketball game.
Yeah, but there is an SGA-sized hole in the issue.
Right, that's all I'm saying. Like I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. You know?
I also think, I think just having Wemby there allows the other 4 defenders to play so differently. Like they got 7 of their 11 steals because the guard that was either guarding the ball when he got driven past, just deviated from his pass and deviated from his path to pick up the pass because he knows Wemby's going to just shut it down at the rim. Or the other 3 players reacted. Like they're also just getting steals off of having Wemby there.
Yeah.
That's why
I think the basketball philosophy, Ox, is more like if I can for sure shut down this one area of the court, right? I can absolutely 100% of the time, like 95% of the time, shut down your drives to the paint. You will not score in the paint. Why would I give that up for maybe 65% of the time being able to guard you straight up and possibly get a stop there, right? When I know for a fact I can shut down this area of the floor. So absolutely, I agree with the sentiment of having guys like Lou Dort not shoot wide open threes, but if we're rotating over, right? If I have Julian Champagne, I have one of my like Stephon Castle rotating over to the corner 3 or the low wing 3. By all means, right? I'll live with Lou Dort shooting that shot. I'll live with Caruso shooting that shot because, like Drago said, they're shooting 6 shots in the paint over a 49 minutes.
Whose defense is more compromised, best on best in this series?
Whose defense is more compromised?
OKC's, I think actually.
Spurs is to me because the shot profile that OKC's getting from like I get it. Like you don't like cool. They're theoretically not the greatest 3-point shooters, but like they're like legitimately practice 3-point shots. Like Caruso was getting. There's no one within 10 feet of him. That's not a good defense.
How many shots a game are we talking about here, though? 12?
A lot. There's
12?
many 3-pointers where they're wide open. Swipe. I'm telling you, bro. Like wide open. No one within. Like it's egregious. It's too much. It's not like they're rotating and it's a late contest even. Like they're corner threes.
Does that matter though if OKC can't really guard the Spurs when Wemby's on the floor with the guards?
I think they've done a better job guarding Wemby than the reverse.
Wemby's had the best player for OKC has been worse in this series as a scorer than Wemby has.
I mean, yeah, you mean Shea?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
yeah, but I mean,
our strategy is mostly about Shea. And I'm saying
if Shea had in game 1, if Shea had a C game, they win.
A what? If was a fifth.
No, but what I'm saying, I guess what I'm saying is, to me, the defense. I think Shea was in his own way. Like the reason why Shea wasn't effective to me had nothing to do with Spurs defense as much. Like, yeah, they give them some credit, but I think Shea just had a bad game within himself. Like he was making bad decisions. That sidestep 3 he took when they were down 1 was stupid. A lot of the fast break. I don't understand why teams can't run fast breaks in 2026. Like pass the ball already and then get it back. Like they messed up several fast breaks down the stretch of that game. J-Dub taking that terrible shot when they were up by 3. Going left and contested, like there was a lot of self-inflicted wounds that I think OKC, if they didn't do those things, they still could have won game 1 in spite of Shea being awful, right? Like game 1 was on Shea, period, right? And if Shea just has a decent game, it wasn't literally one of his worst playoff games I've seen, especially this postseason, they win that game. I know that's an if, but like to me, that was a lot of that was self-inflicted and him just doing dumb stuff and pressing. Like you notice in game 2, I can't recall where he took a sidestep 3. AJ Mitchell taking a dribble up 3 in transition. Again, poorly run fast breaks. Like these are the little decisions that OKC did. They had multiple of those in game 1, which caused them to lose. They 2 of those decisions go differently. They probably win that game, especially when you're up by 3 with the ball with 30 seconds left. Literally the way like J-Dub, if J-Dub just held the ball and got a shot clock violation, in that last position when they're up by 3, that would have been better than the shot he took. Because the shot he took, because he missed it and it didn't hit the rim, allowed Wemby to get into rhythm and to come up the court to hit that 3 early in the shot clock. Like, that was a terrible shot profile. Like, you can miss a shot, but your decisions and the shot that you do take are important. So I just think throughout the course of this series, I do not like the way Spurs are playing defense. Like, that's going to come back to bite them. It's just not a good strategy. It's not a good strategy, in my opinion.
Now, wait, my question to you, football, is do you think that the strategy is structurally flawed? Like, this strategy just doesn't work at all? Or maybe guys making late rotations, and that's why they're not getting out to contested 3? Or
both. Both. I don't think –
okay.
Well, the thing is they're purposely making the guy, the shooter, the guy who's – Wemby's supposed to be guarding, like Wemby's supposed to rotate to on the 3-point line. And since that's the flaw in Wemby's defense, no one wants to talk about it, is that I'm not saying Wemby's a generational defender. I'm not trying to hate, but genuinely, he doesn't get out to the 3-point line if he's under the basket. So they're scheming, and I said this before early in the regular season. A lot of those regular season games that OKC was losing, they were scheming wide open 3s a lot. Caruso was just the game you referenced. Caruso was just missing. Like, that's not going to happen every game in the playoffs. Like, he's not going to go 1 for 9. He's probably going to go 3 for 9 or 4 for 9. It'll be a different player. Like, the scheme is bad, and they're not rotating fast enough to at least contest a shot. Like, I'm not even saying that. I wouldn't be saying this if the 3s that OKC were taking were like late contest or semi-late contest. They are wide open. Like,
they were later contesting game 1, and OKC, aside from obviously Alex Caruso sparking it, wasn't great, right? Luthor was 1 for 5. I think Shea was 2 for 6. Was he 2 for 7? Right? Like, the other shooters aside from Alex Caruso having a generational game, didn't shoot well, and that was the game plan, right? And they were getting more late contests. I agree with you, right? They were getting out there, like they were really hustling back to get out there to that corner and that wing to get that contest so Wemby could stay down there. So I think that maybe it was more so guys just didn't really hit their rotations on time in game 2, and so you saw a lot more butt naked threes, right? Because guys just weren't getting out there timely, right? They were really focused on the double up high, or they were really focused on cutting Shea off, and Shea was doing a good job, or the driver was doing a good job making that pass a little earlier, right? So guys weren't really rotating faster. But I can see what you're saying, right? I can see what you're saying, that obviously wide open threes for NBA players is not good, right? Unanimously, we can agree. Wide open threes for NBA players.
And it's not like they're wing threes or like off kilter. Like, bro, you're getting passes. It's like the passes from under the basket, corner, or top of the, or like straight on threes. Like, come on, dog.
Mm-hmm. I hear you.
If I'm like, I'm standing still, stepping into my shot. Like I'm stepping into the ball, catching. That's past the 11th grade. That's a layup, though.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like we can't allow that.
Yeah.
I don't know football. I personally, I think beyond even the numbers, I think that it backs me up in this. I think that the Spurs are having much more issue guarding the Spurs, even with limitations at the ball handling position in the series overall. But that's just me.
They're turning Castle over. I think Wemby. I mean, he's been, as long as they make him a jump shooter. I know, difficult, but they should pick up Wemby full court. Huh?
They're making Wemby a jump shooter.
Yeah, they need to make him a jump shooter.
They ain't gonna make Wemby a jump shooter. That's the whole point.
I know. They need to pick him up full court. Somebody does.
They do. He give it up. He get it right back. He get that shit right back.
Right.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If they have Fox and Harper, they can't really make him a jump shooter. I mean, that's my whole point. Like the connectivity of the offense of having ball handlers and all that stuff.
I don't think Harper plays tonight, and so I think that's an L for Spurs. I don't think Harper plays tonight because Harper. I didn't realize how like tall and big he was. I was like, damn.
Because you don't listen to me when I talk.
I listen to you. I listen to you about your suggestions. I mean, I listened to you about Jokic. I was right, by the way. I keep saying
not right about anything actually.
No. I won the war.
No, what you're not right about?
I won the war.
There's no war. It's not a war. The war is over. It's gone. It's been done.
Yeah, exactly. I won.
Based on nothing. No championship to speak of or MVPs. Hunter King 3200 $5 super chat. Should chill block me because I like to big up my team and just ask why he hates Knicks fans. Weirdo behavior. Go New York. Go. Well, to be fair, y'all do be bullying people at the arena, so please don't do that if you do make it to the finals. And also, please do not bully Becky Hammond for something she said 3 years ago.
Please don't.
Well, they have to win the championship for that to happen. Like.
Becky Hammond is a grown-up, and she will deal with the consequences of her actions. Okay,
actions.
You are nasty.
Of her decision.
I mean, look, Swipe. She made a take.
There you go.
She made a take, and if they win the championship, her take was wrong. Don't try to protect Becky Hammond. Don't need no protection.
No, they said she don't know ball. Like she just casual.
But we know that's dumb. We know, but still, regardless,
she got her another ring. That person on your back wall right there.
Yes,
legacy made because of Becky Hammond.
Swiper, I understand that. What I'm trying to say is this: it's not that big a deal. Like if people are like, oh, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Okay, so what?
People are wrong every day.
On top of that. I want to be clear that she said that before they got OG Anunoby. So
facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Talk about it.
You get OG Anunoby and everything changes.
That is
true. If Brunson doesn't win Finals MVP, technically it wasn't the lead.
Ron, I'm saying the same thing you're saying. We not saving Becky. She gonna have to do it once the Knicks pummel whoever they're gonna pummel that comes out the West. We not gonna be like, oh, don't say nothing to Becky. No, we cooking Becky.
But
ass.
Jay, the people in my life I got from Jersey, New York,
in the WNBA.
Ox, but hold on,
she's tough.
Ox, don't entertain Ron with this fucking weak talk.
Becky is a basketball guru. She good. She'll be all right.
Yeah, I would tell you, I got so many people in my life from Jersey and New York. It's going to be mayhem if they win the finals. Mayhem.
When do we win the finals?
Mayhem.
I can't take the Knicks and Arsenal winning anything in the same season, bro.
Marge, yeah. Well, we talked to Marge about Arsenal or whatever. I don't know if any more Arsenal fans in here, but yeah, shout out to them as well. So much girth. $5 super chat. Said, remember when this bum a sweat neck, loose tooth, punk Damo had the 76ers cooking us.
That country
That's
bumping.
crazy.
Yep, he sure did say that. And now he's going right. Not here to face the music.
They would have, but Embiid got hurt.
Brother, Embiid is far
is hurt perpetually.
Embiid probably made the series worse for you guys the way he was playing.
Waits for healthy.
That brother can't rebound.
Mars, healthy Embiid is not going back to where you think he's going defensively, which is where they need him the most.
Just watch, man. Stay on that side. It's cool though.
It's hard to watch.
Wemby defense talk. Yeah, just wait till
Embiid's so safe, Jay, that Mars did a MVP, did a value conversation with him and Jokic after a round 1 win, and then Embiid defense was so terrible, ferocious, that Mars haven't talked about it ever since.
But he just can't move that way anymore, Mars. Like it's just done. It's just done.
Oh, what? Embiid's defense is terrible against the Knicks. Yeah, I have no problem you saying that.
Are any of your FCs actually still in the playoffs?
Mars?
Well, my only FC is Jalen Green. So
Caruso FC is still in the playoffs.
Jalen Green, Musa Diabate, Joel Embiid,
I'm
James
not.
Harden.
My only FC is Jalen Green. There's just a other bunch of players I like. Jalen Green is the only player
on him a year ago.
Caruso is still in.
We have a love-hate relationship. At the end of the day, I'm always gonna find my way back home, and that's the Jalen Green FC. Sometimes he annoys me. Sometimes I annoy him. But at the end of the day, we're gonna figure it out. And Jalen Green FC shall remain strong.
Mars, question for you from John Buka, $5. Whatever. Mars thought on England squad, who better to you, Reece James or Trent? I think Trent is England's best fullback ever, in my opinion. But this season, it is James.
The squad's cool. Reece James is better.
Thank you. It's not even close.
I don't think Trent is England's best fullback ever. And yes, this season is Reece James.
Ashley Cole exists, and if
thank you.
I don't even know.
Ashley Cole is England's best fullback, in my opinion.
Yeah, quite easily too.
Marsh, can they win the World Cup this year?
No.
I mean, they're going to be participating, so yeah, they can win. I wouldn't put money on it, any, but they're going to be there. So they have a 1 in 32 shots, I think.
If France doesn't win, I don't know.
It must be
France, Spain,
Portugal.
France and Spain probably the favorites. Maybe Argentina because they just won it, but I wouldn't put them in it. And obviously Neymar FC.
Yes.
Brazil shall prevail.
Well, shout out to them. It's really nice for the USA men to be so bad that no one cares and no one talks about them. Shout out to Clint Dipsy and them and Howard, but the women are so good that it's completely drowned out how utterly mid the men have been for 30 plus years. So shout out to them.
Mids is an overstatement. Way worse than that.
Brothers lost to Mexico.
Nah, they're mid.
You better respect Mexico.
No, we're bad. We're horrible.
No,
Makes
they're
no sense.
worse teams than the US.
Terrible, man.
Yeah, the women are the best team that we have, period. Yeah,
we might be worse than you guys.
Who?
Denmark, Sweden, Norway, Austria.
Hey, respect Norway.
No. Norway is better. Norway is better than you.
Every year before that, they were terrible.
Yeah, historically, you guys said.
Well, I don't know. Odegaard, Holland.
Norway said.
Norgard.
We had our little 21 run where we went to the semifinals in the Euros and lost on that.
You know what they call our best players in women's our front line? The triple espresso. We have 3 biracial women that are.
Okay.
Yeah, Trinity Rodman, Mallory, formerly Pugh, but then and then Sophie Wilson, who's married to Michael Wilson, that plays receiver for the Arizona Cardinals. And they are absolutely elite, just insane level of speed and athleticism. So, yeah, nothing's touching that team. Shout out to them. Pertaining to this conversation we were having, whoopity scoopity, $5. Thank you so much. OKC lost 2 years ago to PJ Washington with the same strategy that the Spurs are deploying. I don't feel like it's quite the same personally, but sure.
Why not? What's the difference?
Well, they're not actually. They only really have left Caruso open, like by my hand count off the top of my head, maybe 7 times, if that. I'm saying if that. They've closed out Caruso just also been making some of these shots and or driving. And Kaysen had an open three that he had. Dub had a couple open threes. Dortz had more open three, I feel like, in game 1 than he did in game 2. That he was just driving and getting to the paint. The difference in that game with SGA in the third quarter, like if SGA doesn't do that in the third quarter, they lose that game. That's how close it was.
But that's SGA though. That's more repeatable that's more expected than what he did in game 1, is what I'm saying. That's why this is an issue.
I think the playoffs come down to how trash are your role-playing wings. That's sort of like a theory that I'm thinking about and working on. Like your role player wings, usually when spacing gets very cramped, those are the guys who lack the ball skills and they become kind of useless, right? Like a guy like Dean Wade, a guy like Keon Ellis, those are role playing wings. So when those guys are not trash, you're in trouble.
That PJ series is still so ridiculous.
Yeah, another super chat. King Bose, Z7Z, $5. Spurs strategy similar to OKC versus the Mavs 24 playoff. We see how that went. Shout out PJ Washington. I don't think that's going to happen again. He averaged 22 points a game.
Exactly.
48%.
Everyone's talking about that series as one of the most outrageous series from a role player.
PJ Washington has played 4 playoff series in his career. They all happened in the same year. In the first round against the Clippers, he was 31% from 3. In the conference finals against the Wolves, he was 25% from 3. In the NBA finals, he was 27% from 3. He saw OKC and shot 47% from 3. Like, how
shooting
salute to him, man.
Mars, can I ask you a question?
In
those other 3 series where he didn't shoot well from 3, did they deploy the same strategy?
Boston did in a different way, I guess, because OKC were fine leaving him open in the corners. Boston were just fine leaving him open above the break. So they did leave him open, but they just didn't leave him open in the corners. So yeah,
exactly.
That's why you can't just blindly look at percentages and be like, oh, he got the same shots everywhere. He didn't. But it is funny that, like, play that series 10 times. PJ doesn't shoot like that in 9 of them. But
that's my
one
issue.
they needed him to, he did.
It's not just that they're leaving Caruso open. It's where it's like, bro, these are layups, bro. These are layups.
Some people find corner threes more difficult than above the break threes.
The thing about Caruso too is just that he's so important to your basketball team. Like, he does so much more than that. Like, even if he's not making a bunch of those threes, he's still having a huge impact on the game. And so it's like when he is making those shots, he looks like he's trying to win Western Conference Finals MVP or something. You know what I'm saying? It's a different level of playing when he's knocking down 3 balls.
I actually want to use that as a point to what you guys were talking about earlier with the analytics. Absolutely, teams use above the break threes right from the right break threes in their draft decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Like, of course, if anyone else got a different interpretation of what Jordan is saying, tell me. But I feel like we all understood that he said teams don't use right above the break threes in their scouting. We agree that
Jordan was wrong.
You were talking about in the draft, maybe in the scouting, but not like in the draft. There is no break in high school and college threes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I think he was saying like more like you're not taking Darius Acuff over like over
Fleming.
Right,
Fleming, because he's better shooting above the break, right? Like you're that's not.
But Jay, in college, the three is like this. It's not like it goes like that. And then
no, I'm saying I think that's what Jordan was saying. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I think that's what Jordan was trying to say to us, is that he's not like teams are not putting a guy over another guy they're already looking at because of this particular statistic.
I do.
There's an orientation of some guys to be like dominant on one side of the floor versus another side of the floor. This shit like tracks out over years and years based on like what hands you use to shoot. Like there's some guys who you can look at their shot chart every single year and it's like, ooh, left side of the court. They're way better than on the right side of the court.
Right-handed people tend to be better on the left side, and left-handed people tend to be better on the right side.
Yes, and for some, exactly. So for some people, that's a very small gap between right and left, just like small gap between going left and going right with your layups. But for some people, it's a huge disparity. You know, where like there's a fall off of 15%, and so that has to be considered. Why would you not consider that? You know, you're like another thing is like what team did you play with? How many open shots did you get? You using a standalone percentage, like, oh, this guy's a 40% 3-point shooter. Well, all his 3-pointers were generated for him, and this other guy had 32% 3-point range. His shot is replicable. So it's not just analytics. Like no scouting department being paid their salary is just looking at analytics. If you are, you should be fired. But you have to use both, right? Like I always like when I was growing up, I'm still like I'm older than most of you, right? I think I'm actually
all of us.
Shit, am I older than all of you?
All of us by a lot.
Shut the hell up, by a lot.
It's also used a lot in the medical.
I'm 38.
You're very close to 40, like right around the corner, knocking on the door.
Okay.
When's your birthday? When's your birthday?
It doesn't matter.
November.
Let's keep going.
Okay, so I remember when I was coming
You'll
up.
be 40 next year, by the way.
Fucking hell, bro. Okay. Anyways, the point here is that you trying to throw me off my pivot right now. I got to sidestep, elbow your dumbass in the face, and then go for the next one. Okay. So what I was saying is,
like,
be
careful. You need an elbow pad by the time you get to next year. Life alert.
Did you say life alert?
If you and I walk down the street and we polled 1,000 people on who looked older. So it ain't how old you are. It's how old you look.
We would both take our
50,
shirts
so
off to show a wife beater, and they would think that you were in your 50s.
It's not about how old you look or how old you are. It's about how old you feel. Y'all
That's
take
fact.
I
feel like I'm in college.
Now keep going, Pink. Keep going.
And I feel like I'm 12 years old. Okay. So what I'm saying is, like, I'm still young. I'm still old enough that I remember back in the day.
Do you wear Skechers yet? I'm just playing.
Nah, I wear my.
Wait! You mean like like the shape ups?
No, the
okay. So
the one. No, but the one like they got the ones now that you slide in that you don't. That you don't got to put.
You know what?
Slide in.
The funny thing is you've been dodging this like Ja Rule super chat on the side because you know Jay up here.
We haven't gotten
cook
to
your
it
ass on that. We don't know what you got to or you don't got to, Grandpa.
Well, so,
because
you don't. Guess what? If anybody does any cooking for you, they got to make sure it's soft for your teeth. That's what they got to worry about.
Got you. Anyways,
oh my god.
Point being, when I was younger, there were still adults in my life who had this idea of like, this type of music is bad, this type of music is good, this type of book is bad, comic books are bad. Our generation, like next up and the generation after, we kind of did away with that idea of this is bad, and more like we're trying to collect information, we're trying to experience shit. I don't actually look down on anyone who listens to country music. I'm actually kind of curious about like why you're so stupid that you've never looked at country music. You should listen to some country music for sure. You can see it. Like what's the hesitation, right? So that's
R.I.P. Dolores Tucker. She was trying to save us, but whatever.
Right. So what I'm saying is, like, with the analytics stuff, I think it's just another language. It's just another language to discuss basketball. There's no reason to hate it. There's no reason to threaten it. There's no reason to, despise anyone who uses it. That's how they talk about basketball. If somebody wants to talk about basketball. But to me, it's like the real hoop knowers can talk about basketball on like every language. So, yesterday I was talking to, a coach, and this is a coach who, he actually knows Showtime Hoops because they kind of around the same age and around the same area. And we were talking about like basketball for an hour. We didn't talk about analytics once. We didn't bring up above the break shooting percentage, nothing. We were talking about footwork. We were talking about, defensive coverages. So we could talk bad language, but then if I walk into a scouting meeting and somebody wants to talk to me about the analytics, I want to be able to also discuss the basketball that way too. So, like I understand my role sometimes, on here is I'm not going to talk X's and O's when someone is on here who's, going to be talking about X's and O's like it's like Jordan. So I'll bring up the stats, and then people will be like, oh, that's all he knows. That's not all I know. I played the game. So I definitely know, like I know different angles to the game. I understand the game at a deeper level, but the stats and the analytics are definitely a part of it. We need to talk about it, if nothing else, to reject it.
Facts. Some of these other super chats, y'all. Yeah, we did this one earlier. That sounds like something football would have sent. Analytically provable.
Relax.
Masinko G, $10 since we shouting out role players. Shout out to Kenyon Dooling, Tony Wooten.
Tony Roten.
It's Keon Dooling.
Keon Luton, and then most importantly, Josh Richardson.
Swipe, what you know about Lennox Clezer? Swipe.
43 points in the game, brother. Shout out.
What you know about Clezer?
43 points off the bench. Shout out to my
where
dog.
Where was he from?
Mexico? No, not Mexico.
That's Lithuania.
Lithuania? I don't remember. I don't remember.
I know all my Lithuanian hoopers. Trust me.
Shout out.
I ain't gonna lie. Those tanking Sixers teams had some players that like I remember very fondly. I don't know why.
Are you a Sharoon? Are you a Sharoonist guy?
Tony Rowan is definitely one.
Tony Rowan was awesome. He was awesome.
Isaiah Cannon is another one. Isaiah Cannon, Ish Smith.
Isaiah Cannon was awesome.
Hey, y'all know Tony Rowan. Tony Rowan.
They had KJ McDaniels was someone
he plays in Denmark.
Up here in the Pacific Northwest, like Tony Rowan is a legend. Like you can't talk basketball for more than 30 minutes without hearing a Tony Rowan story. Like they love.
He plays.
And obviously, my goat Robert Covington was on those teams.
Is he balling over there?
It's like a mid team. I haven't even followed it, but I think he's pretty good over here.
Yeah, because Tony got to be like 36, 35, 36.
Probably, yeah. He early mid 90s. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to the other role player, Chris Webber, man. Shout out to my dog, amazing role player in his heyday. Bobby Jackson, number one player in the team.
This nigga up out of here, man.
Yeah, that was egregious. That was crazy.
You out of your fucking
I didn't even hear what you said, but yeah.
He called Chris Webber a role player. Bobby Jackson, the best.
Every playoff he came to, definitely fit like a role player. Shout out to him.
We want to respect Chris Webber, man. Chris Webber is faulty refereeing away from being viewed as.
Yep.
We're just saying that.
The best player on a championship team. Yep, for sure.
The episode rating
$10.
This is like a new thing in the last couple of days. I haven't seen this before.
Yeah, we do.
5.88 out of 7. Really good start with a mid-second hour, another MVP performance from Swipa and co-MVP Damo. Yep. No.
Wow, at least the first hour was good. Then we started bringing up the Hall of Famers and shit went left apparently. So
yeah, this one in particular always yapping about nonsense. All right. Next up we got Yalmar don't participate in that. John Buka, $10 super chat. Mars, do you think you can make an argument for Ronaldinho Neymar is better than Ronaldo, the new Ronaldo? The combination of their GOAT playmaking plus elite scoring can surpass Ronaldo, GOAT scoring, and mid playmaking. Thoughts?
I can make the argument for Neymar. I don't think I can make the argument for Ronaldinho.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I would agree with the argument for Neymar. I'm just saying I think I can make the argument.
Yeah. People need to stop sleeping on CR7. Even if you have some qualms with his play style or attitude.
That Ronaldo guy is kind of.
Is Thierry Henry, when you think about him, Mars, do you think about him as like one of the 5 best English players ever?
He's not English.
He played in the English league.
Yeah.
He's probably the best English league player ever. Depends on the like longevity.
He's the best
league. But he's probably the best player to play in the Premier League. Yeah, but I don't view him as like a top 5 player ever or anything like that.
Yeah, Henry is cold though. Average J, one of my favorite players ever.
Yeah, he's just no Eto, right?
Nope.
Yeah, shout out, man. I didn't realize. I mean, I first found out. Well, I mean, I knew him as I recognized him as a meme before the football player, like the laugh meme that he had that came out. Then I realized I connected the two later on. But shout out to him.
Watch his highlights. He's fire.
Yeah, another super chat. We got $5 King Sean Blacke, $5, and I will pay money to say, please, entertaining penicillin. Man said Lou Dort is a second option. Shouldn't even bother with that fool.
I didn't say Lou Dort was a second option. I said who is a better second option, Tobias Harris and Lou Dort. Neither one of them are second options. I was literally going to go down the list of every single position and just say who is a better second option. But I got cut off.
Well, Tobias Harris is their second option.
Why would
he's not. Jalen Duren is the second
Well,
option.
it was meant to be Jalen Duren. He just decided he ain't want to have those responsibilities, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, they played him really well during the playoffs, Jalen Duren. So
Pen, I need to ask you something. Do you understand why people think you meant Lou Dort was the Thunder's second option with how you said it?
Yeah, of course.
It's like you could have started with like J-Dub versus Jalen Duren or something. You just started with Lou Dort out of nowhere.
Drago, do you have a so when a thought comes to your head,
here we go.
Do you have a filter? You have a filter?
No, I actually don't have that much of a filter.
Okay, cool. Neither
That's
do I.
why he doesn't talk a lot.
I have zero filter. So like my first thought was small forwards. I was thinking about small forwards. I was thinking about Tobias Harris on one end, and I was thinking about him on the other end. I was thinking about small forward, power forward combo.
Tobias Harris and small forward.
Whatever, bro. He's a small forward, power forward. Like
saying.
you're going on the semantics of positional shit. I'm not gonna say like, okay,
I don't have a filter. I apologize.
You have 85 filters, and all of them don't work. Okay, so
I don't have a filter.
No, you have.
I understand.
You have
think we all
85
understand what
filters, and none of them work. They all leaky. They got holes. They moldy. They
W holes.
Mm-hmm.
Next super chat, please.
Yes, please.
All right, $5. Vegan Yoda 8203, $5. Thank you so much. Completely writing off the Cavs when they damn near left NY 1-1 is wild.
Facts. Cavs in 6, man.
We're writing off the Cavs because the Knicks are the better team. That's why we're writing off the Cavs.
Cavs in 6.
Cavs are sad. They got Dean Wade out there getting cardio. Please.
Cavs in 6.
We're writing off teams because the other team is clearly better. We're watching the games and saying this team is levels above this other team. And we've been doing that for 3 straight series.
I'm so glad I put them over them both bum Boston Celtics before the year started, man. Everybody was like, well, that was last year. It's always going to be that way. They better. We better. Shout out New York. Bing bong. Anime is cool. 97, $5. Mace is a better rapper than Ja Rule. Surf is Mount Rushmore, a battle rap, and NYC is on the brink of exploding because the Knicks might win a chip. That last part is true.
I have been waiting for this super chat. Swiper, you will not believe, and maybe you will draw great pleasure from this. I was up for like an hour and a half yesterday talking to my girl about the conversation that we were having.
Where's she from?
She's from Bulgaria. It doesn't matter. She still knows more about rap than you.
Does she listen to rap?
She doesn't listen to rap. She doesn't listen to rap. She's not a big rap head. She just asked me. She's like, why does this conversation bother you so much? And I was just like, New York City is like the center.
This conversation or all conversations?
No, the conversation you had about putting Ja Rule as a top 5 New York City rapper.
I listen to, yeah.
That's crazy. Oh, that you listen to. That's different.
He's talking about
that's different. Yeah, I was about to say that's different.
Oh, so his top 5 favorites and not both?
Yeah, Ja Rule. I said that.
That's no big deal. This is my thing, Pin, about that.
This is
the problem with that. Now look, Ja Rule is not a top 5 New York rapper. I wouldn't put him in that. But I'm with Swiper though. Once again, me and Swiper are pretty much the same age. I was a huge fan of Ja Rule, still am. I think he was a great artist for the time he was. Ja Rule was global. He was a global superstar. He was absolutely. I'm if you would just please calm down. I'm like, where's your girl to tell you, like, why is this bothering you so much right now? Calm down. Relax. Like all I'm saying is that Ja Rule was a really good rapper. Now the youngsters, the people that were born after 98, people that were born after 99, they don't really know because they grew up and they just heard about how 50 Cent killed him in the beef thing, this and that, and so people start thinking Ja Rule wasn't a good rapper. You know what I'm saying? Ja Rule his career got shut down on some like political, legal type dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Ja Rule was on top of things. He was a good rapper. He was making really good music, and he was a global superstar. Now, with that being said, Ja Rule is not a top 5 rapper all the time from New York. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not. He's not top 10.
Okay,
he's not top. He's probably not top 15.
Even if we're talking preferences, I just want to give you some names. Because I know you got
a couple. His preference.
I wasn't here for this. Who's your top 5 from New York? So
it was a very quick list. We didn't get a chance to get to it. This started.
See, this is the thing. Wait. See, they only know about that. Like Ja Rule got classic albums, bro. Like if y'all
before Painter's Love too.
Before Painter's Love, like that Vinavetta VC album.
Yeah, crazy album.
Ja Rule got shit. And y'all only know about the songs with the girls singing and stuff, but that's okay, man. Do your research, man.
I'm just curious again because I'm sure everyone up here has, most part, has heard all of the artists I want to bring up. Mos Def or Ja Rule?
Ja Rule for me. Mos Def was never one of my favorite rappers. Never. Yeah. He was a good actor.
Jay's reaction is my reaction. KRS-One or Ja Rule?
Bro, are we really doing this hip?
None of y'all listen to KRS-One. Yeah, none of you listen to KRS.
Yeah, Mos Def was a hip hop artist, great lyricist. His music was buns compared to what Ja Rule was doing at that time. Buns.
Okay, I see what he's saying. I see what he's saying.
Mos Def was not somebody I was just turning on.
He's saying Ja Rule make like easier to listen to me. Like you're bumping Ja Rule in the car.
Yeah, bro. I was 11, bro. I'm not turning Most Def on. I don't want to be intellectually challenged right now. Like I'm listening to
mathematics and shit.
MC Light or Ja Rule?
What are we doing?
Penn going far. Penn going way back.
Rakim or Ja Rule?
Rakim was cold too.
Nas or Ja Rule?
Nas.
But you got to remember Rakim.
Mobb Deep or Ja Rule?
Mobb Deep was cool too.
Public Enemy or Ja Rule? Jay-Z or Ja Rule?
These are groups.
Notorious or you could individuate them. That's just 2 wins. 50 Cent or Ja Rule?
So a Prodigy.
50. I said no, but Ox. I said 50 on my peak for peak. I'm taking 50 over everybody from New York. Cause I said 50 when he first dropped. When he first dropped, Get Rich or Die Trying. That for me, that was
that album is a crazy
New York
album.
rap.
That's a crazy album.
I didn't like Blueprint more. I definitely for sure didn't like Nas more. Cause you remember, I was born in '90, so like Illmatic came out. I got Nas like I know I can be what I want to be. That's the Nas I grew up on.
Hey, stop. This is the thing. So I know this is all your preference, and I'm backing you up on like Ja Rule is dope. But I want to end this conversation right now after that, okay? I just want to stop this.
Leave Nasir alone, please.
Nas is
Nasir.
And then you got these kids in the chat that be up here like talking shit about Nas.
Leave that man
I can't handle it. I can't handle it.
Nas clear. That's not even a conversation with him and Ja.
Anybody who wants to take like the rest of this Friday, maybe even the rest of this weekend, and just go and really dig deep into the history of hip hop in the 80s, 90s, especially in New York. My God, bro, you are gonna go down. Just listen to the words, man. Listen to
Jay,
the flow.
who's touching 50 peak for peak?
To me,
I would say Jay, but I can fully respect that 50 has a top 5 album of all time, and so it's really hard to debate that, right? Like it's incredible.
And the Massacre was hard too, though. So
no, and you see that's where we start to go too far.
He did 2 and stopped because the third one don't exist. He did
Curtis had some hits too. If you listen to him, Curtis had about 6, maybe 7.
And I'm not even a nostalgia merchant. Nicki Minaj can rap.
It's just difficult when you contextualize the era. Like 50 with the Massacre was really difficult because Jadakiss really shit on a lot of that.
I just don't.
Pre the Massacre coming out.
Jadakiss,
right. But that don't got nothing to do with 50 though. Like so what though? If you it doesn't. If you I no, not at all. If you
same way basketball is, right?
Okay, but that doesn't no. Like if you make a diss track or whatever and it's hard, it's like he bodied him. And I come out with an album and that shit is still dope. Like it's still dope.
Yeah.
It got nothing to do with that.
I mean, Jay-Z came out with several good albums after that diss. Like,
wait, and let me finish this. Cause I want to get clear with y'all, because some of y'all might be insanely biased. Matter of fact, Ox, you stay out of this, because I feel like I know what your answer gonna be. Peak for peak, who was better? Like had better music, Jay-Z or Wayne?
Jay-Z, easily. Wayne's music
was crazy, aged. I'm not gonna lie.
No. Wayne has a crazy run, but Wayne's music aged terrible. Like Amelie is corny.
No, Amelie is still
it is.
Did you say the Carters aged terribly?
You crazy.
Yes, go listen to that.
You can play the Carters right now. What are you talking about?
Yes, okay.
Jay-Z still made better music, but
you know how Damo said we need to start. We need to gatekeep basketball. We need to gatekeep music.
No, listen to me, bro. I
got people on my timeline trying to break down the fucking nursery rhyme wordplay of Drake on his latest album. Like,
we ain't talking about Drake. We ain't talking about Drake. We talking about Carter.
Listen. I'm trying to tell you.
I'm gonna tell you like this. Hey, AZ better than all of them.
Yeah, Lil Wayne's music ages poorly. I'm trying to tell you. Like,
okay, to you, your ears are full of
most
dust.
people.
To you,
to most people.
It
doesn't age poorly.
Is that fair football to look at Lil Wayne and move him through time to where we look at music? Is that fair? Because then we have to do it with everybody, right? So we have to.
Yeah, and Jay-Z's music aged well. Nas's music aged well. Lil Wayne's doesn't.
Nas music didn't age well to me.
To you, stop saying it don't age well.
Okay.
To you,
you said Illmatic is still fire.
Literally, that was on the stream yesterday saying they was playing Wayne right there.
About Nas. We gotta stop. We gotta stop just throwing Illmatic. I said, but Nas made Illmatic. He made 10 other projects.
Stillmatic is good. He also made the recent Magic series is also very good.
A decent album as well. Yes.
Here's my
thing.
Had
some severe misses in between
every one of these artists had an opportunity to be more commercially successful. Right? Every one of them. Right? Nah, man. Nah, you gotta respect Jay. You cannot kick Jay during a conversation about New York City rappers. Every single artist who has ever graced, a certain level of success has had an opportunity to have some record label be like, oh, you could be more successful if you just did this, or you could be more successful if you did a little less of this. And I will always respect people like Mos Def who said, fuck you. That's my view on it, right? And I'm not saying you can't sell out at all, because I understand certain level, you can cut certain things out. You can't talk about this, can't talk about that. But to sell out completely, that's how your music becomes like this kind of washed out. It don't mean nothing. If it's real, if it's true, and Swipey, you know about this with movies. And you tell me all the time your favorite movies, some of your favorite movies are from the 80s and 90s. You know why? Because they're honest. Great quote. What's most universal is usually what's most honest. So if you dig deep,
that's not necessarily true.
Sorry, what's most honest is most universal. Sorry, I got it backwards. So if you dig deep into your experience, like you could look at underground New York City rappers like Cod. Like if you look at some of the stuff that he's talking about growing up in the 70s and 80s. It's very relatable to growing up in the 2020s, because what he's talking about is actually just very universal. He's talking about a struggle with his mother. He's talking about a struggle with like becoming a father. Like these things are things that like they poke.
So then we agree that Kanye is the best of all these people. Then
no shit, we can do that. We can definitely do that.
Kanye better than all of them.
Can I ask y'all something real quick?
In what capacity?
Wait, real quick. Swipe.
In no capacity.
What? Stop it.
You cannot spend that in any way.
Yeah, you want to put lyric. Look, I would love to do lyric for lyric.
Look, real quick.
Lyric for lyric.
Hold on, football. Fuck all that. Football. Hold on. Fuck all that. Because Swipe, I've been meaning to ask you if you had any insight, if you knew what was going on in chat. Like, did anybody get any news? Like, what the hell happened to Kyle Busch?
He got it basically after the last race he was in last week. He asked for a doctor at the end of it. Apparently, he had something with like a nasal congestion or something. It was supposed to be like just running. So he got hospitalized yesterday for what they thought was just going to be something that was going to be more routine, but he wasn't feeling well over the last week apparently. And then so he went in yesterday, and then it just got more serious, and he ended up dying the same day that he got hospitalized yesterday at 41 years old.
That was crazy. I saw that. I thought like somebody was trolling. That's insane.
Yeah, same with everybody else. Well, I grew up playing that NASCAR game, and Kyle Busch was on it. So like, I haven't watched NASCAR in crazy years. That's why I thought he was older than what he was. I didn't realize he was 41. Like,
right, me too.
Our age demographic, basically. Like, that's just kind of crazy.
I thought he was older.
I thought he was up there with like Jeff Gordon and him, like as far as age. I didn't know he was so young. That was insane, man. R.I.P. Kyle Busch, man.
Yeah, and then
fragile, y'all.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Definitely crazy. Definitely take care of your people and all that stuff. Also, I didn't know Michael Smith, his wife Sarah. Like it's a long history of things. There's somebody right now on First Things First that is doing a 24-hour fundraiser. I believe is what it was. And essentially in this 24-hour fundraiser, this is Danny Parkin. He had a goal of raising money for cure. For cancer, and so he did last year, and they raised last year $750,000, and he did a 24-hour basically radio show, I believe, and this year he raised $805,000 as a part of that for a cure for cancer. But with this, I did not realize this, but Michael Smith, who used to do a show on ESPN, I did not realize, but his wife actually had passed, I believe, just maybe a couple years ago. It's not that long ago. Sarah, because of glioblastoma is what it was, and she dealt with it for 2 years or whatever. And so there's this whole fundraiser and stuff that just happened like in the sports media world because of all the stuff happening. So we actually had a couple people that were kind of in the news because of stuff with illnesses and death and all that. So the biggest thing is just take care of your body, and obviously get screenings and all that kind of stuff is really
early
important.
detection is important, people.
Take care of your mind, bro.
Yeah,
say that.
Yeah, for sure.
Oxidative stress, anxiety, cortisol. These are the real silent killers.
Yeah. Appreciate that super chat. Good music discussion. Next up, Lee 4788 $5 super chat. So the NBA is about to carry two teams with the same goofy ass color schemes to the finals. And we're gonna sit here like this is ethical. All right, that will be interesting. But I don't think I wouldn't even have thought about it if you wouldn't have said anything about it.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, it should be fine. Damo, What time the Lakers game start tonight? Knicks in 5 game. Wow, yeah. Dama was talking spicy. Shout out to you, bro.
Oh, postseason. Talking hot.
John Buka, another one, $5. Football breakdown in March. Who better to each of y'all? 08, Ronaldo, or the best of Henry, and why? March switch up on Trent is crazy, by the way. Trent, great show, boys.
Prime Henry was ridiculous. He had 20 goals and 20 assists, and I personally like watching Prime Henry more than Prime CR7 or 08 CR7. They're both phenomenal, though. Take your pick.
Yeah, shout out to them. Somebody says Kanye doesn't write his raps.
Exactly, he don't.
There's a bunch of raps that he didn't write, Swiper, and
yeah, everybody has ghostwriters, by the way. Everyone does. But Kanye 100%, you know what? Wrote everybody else's hits too. So talk about that as well.
Produced.
He wrote a lot of other hits for a lot of other people,
he
including
had a lot of his
Beyonce and them.
given to him too.
That's everybody does. That ain't nobody. There's no such thing as a purely ethical score. And
producing is very important.
No, I know, but like for instance, Kanye, one of Kanye's best bars, he says what? I have mayonnaise colored Benz I push milk rips. He didn't write that.
Yeah, and somebody said not Cole. Well, Cole's out of that conversation with the GOAT for a reason. Like you should hire somebody else to write him. I know who did write him. I know Dot wrote him, and I know what happened when he wrote him. So shout out to y'all.
Let's stop.
The Dot Glaze got to stop.
Kanye had co-writers as well. Like
the Dot Glaze has got to stop.
It doesn't make me worse that I have somebody else help me write. I don't need to write every.
What are you talking about? It's a rap. It's supposed to be like
I also play basketball, but I don't just play by myself either.
Yeah, like music.
That's not a good.
You need musicians. You need other people to help enhance what you're doing.
Yeah, you need no. There's a difference between having.
Do you think script writers only have one person writing an entire script?
You're conflating two things that's not the same.
No,
thing,
no. People are involved in the writing process.
Football, right?
Everything else.
I think it's a fundamental difference between someone writing my entire song and if I hear somebody say a hot line. Like if you say a hot line, I throw that in my rap. That's different. But I can't name the guys having a whole song written for them, right?
Drake. Anyway.
Drake does not have the whole song. We have to stop.
He has whole verses.
Competent KD versus competent Kawhi.
A 16-bar verse that he might have taken. Okay, and adds to
that's a big verse. So that's
but football. That's not his top 20 songs he's having written.
How do you know that? How do you know he wrote Make Them Pay?
We have the writer. We have the script. We have
he wrote Shebang.
Writer's notes. Shebang is not in his top 100 songs. Why are we doing this? Why are we so disingenuous? We talk about rappers we don't like. Anybody that we don't like. Why are we so disingenuous?
So Kanye wrote Stand Up, which is a huge song for Ludacris. He wrote Slow Jams for Twisted, which is Twisted's best song, Easy. He wrote Izzo for Jay-Z, which is one of Jay-Z's best songs. He wrote Bonnie and Clyde for Jay-Z and Beyonce. He wrote You Don't Know My Name for Alicia Keys. He wrote Overnight for Twisted, so both his best hits. He wrote Talk About Our Love for Brandy. He wrote Young Forever with Jay-Z and Mr. Hudson, which is one of Jay-Z's best songs post 2000. And he wrote Find Your Love for Drake when he went to that stupid era of pop. And then he wrote I Don't F With You from E40. That's elite writing.
No. We were arguing about his lyricism.
I'm arguing about his writing. That writing is crazy.
Kanye to me is the greatest rap artist in that realm. He is an artist, but in terms of just being a pure lyricist rapper, no.
Who wrote the following line? I got so many chains they call me Chaining Tatum.
Oh no.
Drake is a clown, man.
Well, we gotta stop with the hate, right? We gotta stop
Drake's
with the hate.
a clown.
We have to appreciate guys for what they are.
This man, Lil Wayne said, tougher than Nigerian hair, and y'all thought that shit was hard. Cut it out.
Hey, is 103,000 elite writer?
Kanye has the message just like that, though.
102,000.
I think he's overrated.
Kanye has message.
You think everybody's overrated? Matter of fact, football, you should stay in your own little corner of everybody. Who's the best? No, I don't want to ask you. I don't have time.
Ask. Go ahead.
No, I'm not. Competent KD versus competent Kawhi. I don't know what this is about.
I'm not overrated because nobody rates me. That's a better bar.
I'm just not rating a rapper who has 0 solo albums. So
Isaiah Jackson 12-1-2-1-1 $2. Brunson dropped 61 on Wemby. Did he drop it on Wemby or did he drop it on other people on the team? But shout out to you. Yeah, definitely dropped it. Tupac Westside $2. I'm 26, but I feel old. You're right, Barnes. I mean a dude. 26 is extremely young. Extremely young.
Thank you.
King Sean Blackey, $2. Damo is a filthy liar. That feels unfair. I know Lakers, whatever, $2, £2. Future is the Go Rap of DS2 is a masterpiece. Future
He's from the South.
Yeah, Future is
that gentleman that wrote that is from the South. If you ask anybody in the South, they would say the same thing.
It's Zamez. Remember for 30-month Pim was right about draft analysis. Jordan yapping. Yeah, that's an interesting segment. We got Alex became a YouTube member. Shout out to you. We got another one, Mr. YouTube channel 61663 became a YouTube member. Shout out to you. We got Andrew Tyler 6303 became a YouTube member. Shout out to you. We got Nasty Goat Taka Nasty Goat aka PC. Shout out to you, became a YouTube member. Appreciate you. And then we got the greatest 6162 became a YouTube member. Shout out to you, family. Appreciate that. And then we also got Cam Bowie Bomani 231 became a YouTube member. Shout out to you. Shout out to Bomani Jones as always. The Artman formerly known as Steve. Shout out to you, became a YouTube member. Appreciate that. Also, we got RB61395 became a YouTube member. Appreciate you. Thank you for joining the network. And then TuneXCDK became a YouTube member. Shout out to you. This was a really fun episode, y'all. Y'all did a great job today, Jay. Made it all the way through. Penn, great job today. Drench, Damo, Mars, everybody else that participated today. Football Breakdown, y'all, Mar, great job. Make sure y'all continue to tap in. We will see y'all again on Sunday. We will have a members-only stream on Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Make sure y'all tune in and tap in. Y'all know what time it is. This is PC, The Choice. Hey, we'll see y'all very soon.